Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Doing good? Doing swell?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Are you asking us or the
I'm
chat?
asking you guys. I don't look at chat. It's too difficult to do while I DM, which is a bad
Streamer doesn't
habit.
check his chat.
Which is a bad habit, but
SMH.
it's so hard. I'm too busy DMing things to.
Get better
Okay,
at
Okay,
DM.
we're all
We're-
checking chat instead.
You've
Yeah.
heard
Yeah,
that,
you
all
guys
Yep.
could
five of
tell
you
me when
in the
something
audience.
crazy
Time to
happens.
time to.
I'm
All
looking
three of
at
them.
you,
That's us.
Jordan. You specifically. See, I read it that one time, and I'll never do it ever again. Anyhow,
Jordan, say how much you are upset at Flint, and he won't even see it.
Yeah.
You
that's
can say
gonna
whatever
that's
you
gonna
want. He
take
won't
5
even
million
see it.
years because of
You're
the
just
delay.
We'll
screaming
deliver
into
the
the void.
message.
Streamer doesn't care.
Streamer doesn't care.
All right, so last time it was a pretty large session. If somebody would like to try to recap that as their character, they can get an inspiration. But I know a lot was covered, and some people already expressed wanting a small recap from me personally. So if none of you feel up to the task, I can try to succinctly as possible wrap up all the little things you guys picked up, because you guys were definitely picking up a lot of the different strands I was leaving about for you to perhaps pick up.
DM recap.
That'll be a first.
All right. Not the first, because I did one for when we came back from the big break, I think. But either way, recap of last time. You guys just got done chilling out with Howdy in his farm, and he basically was dealing with some wolves. You guys killed them. You guys found a cat, and then you left. The cat is really weird. It disappears, it seems, unless you're specifically looking for it. But kind of ignoring that, you guys finally went into town, and you met up with Monty, who was accompanied by a new character, Professor Von Schwa, who is seems to be some sort of scholar and a spell sword, who are kind of guardians of the plates. They wander around protecting people. And you talked to Monty and Professor Von Schwa about what you saw, this army that you encountered in the city of Milltown, and the wreckage that they left. And you all learned that stuff like this is very uncommon, and that they probably wouldn't do something like this without a catalyst of some sort of event, but nobody knows what. And they basically talked about how this could bring about another calamity, which calamities in Terofane are reoccurring events. Not the same event, but it just seems that these calamities, these disastrous events that tear down civilizations, happen every so often in history. And so, after talking about this doom and gloom, Bindbeak specifically was kind of looking around, came a little bit later, was a bit starry-eyed for the beginning, but as they arrived, they began sort of searching around this place, and specifically at this demon skull, quote unquote, in the back. The demon skull then spoke in his mind, some sort of psychic link being created, and the skull told him about basically dragonkind, and how one of the people at the table seemed to have had a large hand in destroying dragonkind and taking their dragon hearts, which seems to be a quite valuable resource in this land, as you are all coming to gather. Blindbeak kind of noted that and went on to talk to Vermilia, who Blindbeak spotted sitting at the bar. Vermilia was simply just seeming lost, as they said that they had lost the trust, or at least the companionship, of some sort of master, and were abandoned, and then they had nowhere else to go. Blindbeak tried to kind of help them along with that, but they seemed to get some sort of help, but not necessarily in the direction Blindbeak was trying to get them towards. But after all that, talking and little strands here and there, Monty breached you guys with another task, revealing that his packages are extremely special and are supposed to be ones that help the realms. And he said that you could deliver either the two packages you brought with you, either the big door one or the smaller reflection one, to their people. The big one, a door going to a Whisper Alacane, who is rumored to have been going with that army. And then the other one going to Avos Alacane, the effective leader of the Plate of Crux, the capital of the core world, who was also somehow linked to this army. And so you were told of this, and that your reward would be very, very large, 100,000 gold pieces each for completing this task. But that you would be given 250 up front to pay for travel expenses. And you guys had just been talking about that, kind of trying to decide. It seemed that most of you were agreeing upon going towards the core world, but some of you have dispersed to try to get other opinions from other entities that are important to your characters. And with this new knowledge, we come back to the present time. You guys are still in the Demon Skull Inn, and you, Hundalfir, you probably just had your vision. I'm not certain if you would have just slept after your vision or not, or have immediately gotten up, as it was somewhat distressing. And Feyre, I believe we actually... So we ended with your vision, but it was kind of... it was at the same time as Feyre's own communing with her patron.
Yeah, I was talking to the storm at the same time.
Yeah. Then the storm sent you weird visions about a lot of things. I won't go into details with that because it, gets complicated. But either way, we find yourself back at the tavern. It is late. You guys could go off to sleep, retire, and then come back to talk the next day. But if there is anything present that you guys would like to talk about, then do so.
I think we should probably go to bed and discuss this in the morning when we're well rested.
Agreed. I have
Had a
things I
long
want
day.
to mull over.
People definitely stare at you as you pass by. It's still actually after the lightning strike, it seems to have stopped raining, but people now kind of stare at you as you basically got struck by a lightning bolt and then just casually walked back into the tavern.
I have my spear just like over my shoulder, and I glance over to somebody looking at me. I'm like, what? What are you looking at me for? I called down lightning. What of it?
And then they just kind of walk off. They don't. They're a bit weirded out.
It's almost like they've never seen someone summon the storm before.
That thunder crash outside, that was you, Feyre?
Yeah, I got struck by lightning.
Oh. Does that normally happen to you?
No, but it didn't really hurt. I think I'm good.
Oh. Very well.
How does that work?
Oh, it's from... I do lightning stuff, so I'm fine. Gave me some wacky visions, though.
Wacky visions.
Yeah, lots to think about. Need to sleep on it.
Something we shall discuss in the morning?
Indeed.
Perfect then.
Sav is gonna slide across the book that Traces continue to read every night so that they can stay up and read it.
Thank you very much.
Wow. You're welcome.
Trace doesn't really need it anymore after Monty translated everything. But I'll keep reading it anyway.
Celestial's good to know.
Is it?
I don't know.
Could be cool.
More
Maybe
options.
Infernal might be a better idea, but you know.
Hey, I'll read anything that you hand to me.
Monty, is 250 enough to get to Aluking? To the core world?
Depending on the rides you take and how you gather your funds, it should at least be a start, but maybe not the whole way through. But unfortunately, I'm not exactly capable of giving you much more than that at the moment.
I understand.
There will be many opportunities, I'm sure, to use your talents to get more funds, although I admit I have some contacts that might approach you in the other plates if they aren't indisposed with whatever terrible things are happening in this place.
I'll think about it.
Time.
Sinbad, why are you in the
Just-
bathroom again?
Oh,
Is
he's
he eating his
thirsty.
gold? Is he eating his gold again?
He is not eating his gold. No, he's
Again.
Why not? Gold's yummy.
Are you eating gold in there again?
no. It was
I-
just
I-
something I ate.
Insight.
I mean, to be fair, one of the many benefits of you having your mega blind sight is that you could put. This is a little bit weird, so don't make it weird.
That's
Oh,
why. That's why
no.
I'm insight checking. That's why I'm insight
Are you
checking.
peeping
looking.
on me?
I'm not peeping on him. I'm insight checking by his voice. to
That's
see-
Okay, you are
Blind Beak,
That's
what are
just
you
stop.
doing?
You are purposely not
Wow.
looking in, but make an insight check. Sure. I mean, then okay.
Eating gold.
Are you making it this? Yeah.
Blind
No,
Beak's- I like to think that Blind Beak slammed the door open, but he's blind, so he's like, "What? Why are you concerned? What's wrong?
Close the door.
I
I'm
can't even
busy in
see."
I don't know. I just thought it'd be funny if he's like, Sinbad's in the bathroom again.
Crying in the bathroom. or something.
Crying.
All right, fine.
Nice
he's eating,
tiny
he's
room for
biting
him.
into the gold. That's a nice
Sobbing in the
tiny room to
bathroom.
think, you know.
You know,
Bathroom's
I'm
a good
not gonna-
pondering space.
I'm gonna leave. I don't want to be. I don't want my vision to be inside of that.
I don't want it either.
Cursed with
I have a
too
question
much
for
knowledge.
Monty.
Yeah, sure. Monty kind of looks at you and says, "Yes."
Okay, so I have a question, and I'm gonna pull out the cat. I don't know where it is, but I'm gonna reach for it somewhere.
You pull on the rope, or you don't pull. I imagine you put it pull on the rope. That's the you kind of look at down at the rope, and strangely enough, it is there, but you could have sworn as you wasn't when you weren't looking at it before, it just simply wasn't there. But you didn't have you weren't processing that until just now. You're like, wait, was the cat?
Was it
there?
always this big?
It might have reached. No, it's small. I think it's the right
Okay.
size. It's
All
not
right.
tiny. Or is it tiny? Are cats tiny? Maybe
I don't.
it's
I could.
supposed to be
I don't know.
tiny
I have no
size.
idea.
I'm making it small sized.
Okay. Is this a cat?
Yes. I don't see why
Yeah.
not. It's got whiskers and
Yeah.
Fur.
Look closer.
This does seem its eyes are vacant. Does it have some sort of cataract? And the tail. This is an odd cat. Now that you
This
mention
is
it.
everybody is saying that this cat is odd. Why? Why is it odd?
Just look at it.
It is a kitty.
He'll kind of ponder at the cat,
It's got
looking at
empty
it,
eyes.
and say, well, it seems to be my best guess, if it's not just some sort of cat affected by some sort of magical effect, curse, something along those lines, it could be a fey spirit of some kind. Maybe not a spirit, but something along those lines. I couldn't be too certain. This is actually something I haven't quite seen before.
Whoa. Want to make a comparison?
Sure.
What?
I'm a wild shape into a cat.
All right, you turn into
I think that cat is also weird.
small
Why is
cat.
that? It's not a comparison. Are you like a normal cat or are you mushroomy? Don't you wild shape
yeah.
mushroomy?
Well,
Mushroom cat.
for this instance, no. I'll wild shape normally, so it looks like a normal cat.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you touch it, yeah, you
Can't
can
take it that
probably
this
tell
normal
that
cat
it's.
turns into a mushroom cat.
Now this is what a regular cat looks like.
This is very
No,
strange.
no. It's kind of
It's
like
true.
a squid, where it kind of, or an octopus is a better comparison, where just kind of like the outside changes colors to match that of a regular cat.
Okay.
Feyre pets the soft cat.
It feels oddly like cold.
I think these are both look like cats. Maybe this one is a little weirder, but they are both cats.
You know, if that soulless cat makes you happy, good for you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
It's a bit
Mr. DM,
yeah.
we've talked before about how Sav, of course, has experienced animals, mostly the normal ones found on
Yeah.
either here or Nailfall. Does this one line up with those cats? With
no.
the long tail and
yeah, you
vacant
definitely
eyes?
in Nailfall, where it's all farms run by goblins and stuff like that. You definitely would have seen a few like actual farm cats. Although still rare, because as I've said, everything that's not really a bird isn't inherently native to Terofane. You have seen like one or two, and this one is odd, just because of mainly its long tail. It's vacant. The biggest thing is probably its vacant, semi specular eyes, where they don't glow like a light, but shadows don't cast over them. They are just this kind of yellow color all the time of the same brightness.
They didn't render
Monty
the
said it
shadows
could
when they
be-
made the 3D model.
Monty said Fey Spirit potentially. What was exactly what you said?
That's what Monty said.
Does
some
Trace
sort
know
of
anything about that?
Fey spirit, perhaps. Make a history or nature check.
I can't believe we brought this up and then left out the part that when you're not thinking about it, it's never around.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm not thinking about it, so.
But
So I
also,
failed that. That was a terrible roll.
Flint has pointed out to you that it only appears when you do think about it.
Okay,
Maybe
fine.
that's just
By
cats,
the
man.
way, Monty,
cats in
this cat
general.
sometimes isn't where I put it. It just disappears.
Disappears. Like perhaps it could be like some sort of pixie. Pixies are
Pixie?
very good at turning invisible and polymorphing things. So, that is honestly, if you want a specific answer, that might be my best guess. But, without probably examining this creature more, it will be difficult to ascertain exactly.
Probably just a
Uh,
Gorbo
Do you
cat.
think
gonna
it is
polymorph
dangerous?
back.
It has
Sorry,
been
did you ask-
following us. Yes, it has been following us very nicely. But could it be dangerous?
You did come from some place that is dangerous, but I don't really know of any specific. Although my knowledge of the core world and Crux is very limited, I don't know of any stealthy polymorphing beings that turn into cats like this.
Why don't we just ask it?
I have spoken to it many times. It does not speak back, believe it or not. The kitty cannot talk to me.
That's what I thought.
Gonna shoot out a ray of spores all around him, all blue and colorful. He's gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Oh, speak with animals. I see.
Learn from Gurag.
Yeah. Druid moment.
Tell him I think he is a very pretty kitty.
The cat looks at you with these vacant eyes.
Very pretty. I pet it.
Whoa, hello.
Tell him that if he crosses us, he cannot win.
Whoa! It is just a kitty.
As you say hello at it, it does seem to like turn its head towards you, but it doesn't seem to like respond quite yet. But you feel the spell work.
I can feel I can feel the spores in its
some
ears.
sort of connection, certainly.
I'm gonna get closer to the cat. Oh wow! You can hear me, can't you?
It seems to purr, and as you feel this kind of purr, straight like kind of almost radiate outwards, you can kind of feel almost this sense of confirmation of from its being, as it just kind of vibrates a little bit stronger than usual.
Is the cat visually vibrating?
Yeah.
So we can see this.
Yeah, you guys can go. You see, go. It's just the Sav is the one. Sav is the one that kind of gathers that it is paying attention and it can hear.
Yes, it's an affirmative. Whoa, well, are you lost, little friend? We're probably about the same size, so
yeah. Hold on. This would probably work.
Wait, you're the same size? Is this a 3-foot tall cat?
No, it's not 3-foot tall cat. It's smaller than that. But Sav, we have talked about this. Sav
diminutive in size.
Yeah, Sav can turn into sizes. But as you say,
he shrink.
Are you lost? The cat stares into your soul with its vibrant eyes, and you kind of hear this vibrating going on still, all of you outside, but Sav, you hear, I am only lost when my watchers do not see me.
What did he say? What is he saying to you?
Would you like to be perceived? This will just be to the cat. It
kind of hums in a affirmative way.
Whoa, then I'll assume you'll want to come with us. Down. Whoa.
It purrs the affirmative again.
And then I'll
exactly confirmed that yet.
I'll look to Trace and say, it really wants to be watched and looked after, and it wants to come with us when we go down.
This is excellent news. I like this kitty.
Oh wow!
Outer Plains Eldritch Cat.
It's an interesting one. Can I make a combat analysis on the cat?
Yeah, sure.
Are you telling us that it sounds like a fucking
no
celestial being?
I was really hoping Flint had some voice mod lined up for the cat.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
By the way, Flint, I looked it up, and cats are tiny.
Okay, I'll make them tiny sized.
According
Hold
to
on.
at least the one I'm
Your
not fact
cat
checking.
shrinks before
Nah,
your
make
eyes.
him
Whoa!
Make him a-
What did you say to it? oh, ask him if he has a name.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's a good question. Oh, wow. So, do you have a name? What should we refer to you as?
My being is yours. I am watched. You make my being my name.
Whoa.
Probably like Snowball or
I'll
something.
kind of like shrug and look to Trace.
Oh,
It needs a name. And I want to do a combat analysis, and I want to see if it has any special abilities, particularly if I can identify whatever that weird that weird disappeary thing
Pull
is
out
when
my
I look
deep
away.
notes. Hold on.
I've got to name him Orange.
I kind of like that name for
What are you
it.
naming him?
Because he is orange. Chase
Orange.
is smiling.
The cat purrs.
It's a good name.
Purrs and shakes the table.
Earthquake
Oh,
happens.
it's an earthquake.
We'll tentatively pet Orange.
Orange.
Hi, Orange. I'm blue.
Whoa.
I'll take green.
I do not want to say this.
I guess I'm also orange.
Grace, what's your color?
You're
All right, so
free.
I am not comfortable answering this question. I am
Sov,
ink.
from what
My
so
favorite
so
color.
from what you gather, it does seem to have this weird ability where even though a lot of people are perceiving it right now, so it's fine, but you are able to definitely ascertain that somehow this creature, you think that Monty might have been onto something. It could be some sort of spirit. From what you've read, spirits act very strangely like this. But that maybe that obviously part of its whole being is this whole watching thing, as it says. But with your really good check as well, I will give you this. As Feyre comes over to pet Orange, you see the cat sort of vibrate, and then you see Feyre's. It's almost imperceptible, and it's really hard to tell, but you almost feel like the light of Feyre's like blue skin and hair seems to contrast more. It seems to grow a little bit more vibrant, but just only by a smallest shade. As Feyre, you gain inspiration. And with your combat analysis, I will tell you, Sov, that you gather that this cat can give inspiration of some sort. It's somehow able to impart some sort of energy onto people and assist
Coolest
them.
fucking cat ever.
Not inspiration.
This is
Okay. I will.
This
I
is
need
the
to.
bountiful bard.
I need to.
inspiration,
Yeah.
right?
This is bard inspiration. It's a 1d6 added to an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Okay.
It's not an inspiration with a capital I. It's a
town
bardic
bard.
inspiration.
Oh. We have a bar.
I somewhat noticed this before with Trace, but now I really know this thing is epic.
Yeah.
Flint, rename the token Orange.
I was just gonna do that.
Keep the CR question marks, though.
I don't know why I spelled it
CR,
without an E.
Cat. Oring.
Orange.
Hello, orange.
Trace doesn't know how to spell.
No, I know how to
Isn't Trace
spell. I'm
supposed to
very
be, like-
smart.
Isn't she supposed to be like the
Smart,
smartest out of
smart.
all of us?
I'm very smart, I swear. I can spell orange.
So the cat, you have now given the cat name, and the cat purrs very loudly, and in a way that all of you can kind of gather, it very much liked being named.
I think I can get over its weird eyes.
It's this nice
Whoa,
kitty.
they're much
Sinbad
like
thinks
mine.
Sinbad thinks he's pretty cute, but he won't admit it to anyone.
Did it
Sinbad's
shrink?
jealous that he's not the only cat in the party anymore.
Yeah, he is.
I thought I was the cat.
I wanted to be orange.
Pharaoh,
Nobody called me
Pharaoh
orange.
pets Sinbad on the head. You're still our favorite cat, though.
Sinbad is a fucking Cinderay at this point. Sound like I wanted pets, but thank you.
Babaka.
Baka.
While purring. I didn't want to be pet anyway.
This will just be the favor as I kind of look over. Would you do me a favor? It's not a comfortable position that I'm in, but we already checked out the other patron. This campfire, though, we still haven't assessed them. And with everything talked about today, I think we should check everybody in the tavern.
Did you just refer to a person as campfire?
I didn't tell this to Trace. I said it's a favor, because favor will get it.
Pharaoh looks over at Mora.
Oh?
No?
I mean, who? Who's
Yeah,
that?
I assume you mean
her name, but
I assume you mean the woman with the fire hair.
Wow. Yeah.
Pharaoh gives Sav a thumbs up.
Yeah, I don't want to walk over there. That's scary.
Yeah, she bends down so Sav can hop on her shoulders.
Boop. Boop.
Mora seems to be enjoying some of the free beverages that were out in the tavern.
Pharaoh sits down in the chair with Sav still on her shoulders.
And as you sit down, Mora kind of drinks a little bit, takes a bigger sip, and then puts it down, and then says, "Oh, hi, how's it going? I've seen you guys walk in here just a little bit ago. You guys seem to be talking about something rather serious. I'm not trying to eavesdrop too much, but you know, I was just enjoying a drink, and then, well, all you guys walked in." Kind of gestures.
Oh, you're dropping eaves, eh?
No, I don't got any eaves to drop. No. I'm just
make
you
an
guys talk
insight
very
check?
loudly.
This is true. Sinbad has a loud voice.
Hey.
Yeah, you can make an insight check.
I just want to know, especially like as they were talking about the serious stuff, what they meant.
Natural 20.
A crit.
You gather that they're eavesdropping, but you know exactly why. You actually know exactly why, because you did this a lot when you were first created, and you were kind of looking at everything. This person's people watching. They were just sitting here looking at people, having a good time, and then you guys walked in, and you guys are monstrously intriguing. So they seem very innocent in of what their intentions were. They probably might have heard something pretty big. With a natural 20, you imagine they probably heard something about an army and about bad stuff going on. But you can already tell by their demeanor that they're just kind of like, they don't even seem upset by it. They're just like, whoa, these crazy people walked in and started talking about war. This seems important.
I'm gonna tap on Feyre's head and be like, whoa. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to talk to this one. I'm worried about my spores. But ask them if they've seen anything interesting today. And that being aware is a virtue.
Sav wants to know if you've seen anything interesting today, and he also said something about being aware. That's good.
Oh, thanks. That's the little mushroom fella on your back, your head.
Let's give a little wave.
Hi.
Wah.
Does a little wave back. Yeah, sure. Today's been kind of a weird day, actually. Lots of stuff going on. We don't get too many visitors too often recently, but another wake ship came in, and this guy in crazy. You guys were talking to him. That guy with the crazy tunic. I don't know what to call it, and the sword. Whoa. But came in on a pretty nice wake ship actually. It's got some sort of real big engine or something on it. It's crazy what those people in Alestrin are coming up with nowadays. And then other than that, they just let out searching name. They let out Jeek again, and he started talking about the end of all times. Maybe you guys might have fun talking to him, because he kind of was talking about, well, not the same stuff. He didn't know any weird details. Again, I wasn't dropping any eaves, but he was certainly talking about the end of all days. He seems real convinced about it, and they keep having to throw him back in the constabulary. He doesn't really do any harm. He's just worrying people. And after this, after the smoke and everything, it's not good.
Sav, anything else?
Wow. Not much. Just to take care.
All right. Well, nice chat. I think it's bedtime. Let's go, Sav. Let's bounce.
Let's bounce.
Okay,
Wow,
bye.
crew,
Bye, you
let's
two.
go.
Oh,
All right, is everybody retiring?
Bedtime, boys.
I'll retire.
All
I was
right.
gonna go back to the cart, and I think Blind Beak's also over there.
Yeah.
Where do we sleep?
I was gonna hang out with
Monty would have
Brooke
bought.
for a bit.
He's bought you rooms.
Is
Is it like bedtime now?
Go upstairs and sleep in your separate rooms.
is the roof of this building flat?
No, it's
Damn it.
definitely kind of So it's actually got a second floor and a third floor actually for a bunch of beds, but it has a slanted roof at the top, like a normal peaked roof.
Well, I guess I'll sleep in a regular bed. Like a normal person.
Imagine.
Like a normal person. And then Blind Beak, were you gonna sleep out here with Dante?
Is Brooke going inside?
Brooke was kind of just musing, but she, no, fuck, my bad. I'm so bad at the shit. They would take a room, yes.
I guess I'd talk to her just a little bit. Kind of. Well, where are you gonna go next?
They're looking up at the clouds, and as you approach, Brooke says, well, I appreciate you and the rest fixing up my leg and kind of watching out for me, but obviously I'm not in the best fighting shape right now, and I know some people over in some other plates that might be able to help me out. Again, I know this will fix itself eventually. You guys got something right, but I think there's some people I know that could help out the process. Some people that I should visit as well.
I understand. I have a master a plate like right below this one. He's a pretty good healer. I was wondering if you would want to see him.
Yeah, honestly, after all the weird stuff I've heard's been happening in the core world, I'd really rather not go any closer to whatever society, government, whatever's running this whole massacre. I don't want to go down. I've been in places around there before, but I don't know. I just don't think it's a good place anymore. I want to be somewhere safe.
I don't think up is safe either. We're at war. I don't know what this is all about, but destruction and ruin's gonna follow anywhere you go.
Make a persuasion check.
God damn.
Wow.
Yeesh.
I'm talking to a brick wall right now. I'm just
Yeah.
fucking.
Brooke
That seemed like a.
shakes their head and says, "Nah, listen. I really gotta see some people. After what's happened, there's some people I gotta talk to. And I know that everywhere is not actually gonna be safe. Whatever's going on is probably gonna be happening a bit everywhere, but that means I have to make sure that some people that I haven't seen that I thought would be safe, I gotta ensure that they actually will be, because with what's going on, who knows what's gonna happen. And they can help me with my leg, so that's a real plus bonus.
I still owe you for the leg, but I'll pay you back later.
Yeah, don't worry about it too much. You tried to pay me back, and like I said, this thing will probably work eventually. But if you're ever looking for me, I'll probably be on the Plate of Mier. Just ask around for me, and I'm sure we can meet up and ensure that you do properly, perhaps pay me back, at least for whatever more treatment I might get for my leg.
Is there what's the long distance like communication through here? I'd assume.
There are like letters, messages that are sent around in the feudal plates. But of course, then there's like you have used a sending stone, and people in the high plates are usually like enough have adapted enough to magic that a lot of them have the capability to like the sending spell. So, if you had a way of casting sending, or a person to cast sending, that you could message Brooke very easily. But other than that, you are aware of multiple different like letter systems, like mail that gets sent in between the planes.
But sending stones are only to like one person, right?
Yeah, sending stones specifically only go to the other stone. But I'm saying more off like there's people like every wizard from the high plates usually has like a capability to talk long distance with like sending or something like that.
Got it. I'll just kind of I'll get lost in my thoughts, and I guess we'll just do small talk, I guess, until nighttime comes.
All right, sounds good. You guys just talk and reminisce about the small week-long trip that you guys have had, only half of which Brooke has been in, but has been very eventful. And before you guys split off to who knows when you will see each other again.
So sad.
Make a insight check. Oh my fucking god. You could tell Brooke is still very distraught by the loss that they had in Milltown, and they still seem to be thinking about it a lot. And you see that they have this scabbard on their back, and they seem to be kind of holding it reverently. And sometimes when you guys talk about what happened, you see this fiery anger in their eyes. And you can kind of tell that Brooke is trying to plan something in their head, but they don't have it really fleshed out, and they don't want to talk to you about it.
Listen, I understand what you're feeling. It's atrocious what happened. But anger's only gonna get you killed.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Listen, I don't have any idea what I'm gonna do about this problem yet. And I have that friend I keep talking about. I'm just gonna try to meet up with some people. I won't try to get in trouble myself, but this is even more so how you might be able to get in contact with me. I'm gonna talk to some people. Mier, well, it's known for the spell swords, and it's very large, considerable forces. So I hope with some of the people, the friends I made there, whilst making my sword, that well, that I can help out in whatever's happening in this world.
Brooke, I'm gonna be very serious with you. They're targeting spell swords. I think that place is gonna be attacked.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. I know that that's probably going to happen. That, well, it depends on which direction they go. I don't know. We don't really know what their goals are. But if they really do go over there, I'll keep it in mind.
Just stay safe.
Yeah, I won't be getting far. Brooke says, kind of gesturing down at their basically dead lake. Anyhow, is there anything else you wanted to say, or?
What do I have? I guess no. I didn't even make anything out of the pelt. I just I would. I don't have anything to give her. So I'll just
that's okay.
awkward like fist bump.
Yeah, you kind of awkwardly like end off the night, and I imagine you go to sleep with Dante.
Yeah. Can I knit some of the, well, not knit, but can I sew some of the skins together to make it like a large fucking blanket?
Yeah, make a survival check. Chayas,
Oh shit.
where are you staying?
I was gonna go tell Brooke they can go inside and not have to stay outside with the horses.
And then they would.
Yeah.
All right.
Not rolling good today.
And then, Sav, are you just staying in the like main area of the tavern?
No, I'll definitely go up and take a room.
All right.
Before sleep, I'll read the Encyclopedica Dracanica for a bit, but then pack it up. I was thinking about staying outside, but I feel that that's not a good idea.
Fair. So, you all go back to different rooms and rest with this kind of heavy weight on your shoulders. The weight of this knowledge and of perhaps a important road ahead. Thankfully, there isn't anything that happens overnight. Nothing seems to disrupt anybody's sleep, and you all awaken the next day. I'm just moving some people around because they wouldn't be in these spots anymore. Sometimes this freezes and it's obnoxious. All right, so
Blindbeak's really worried about Brooke. So can he prophecy like Brooke's future?
Yes, you may. Let me pull up the rules for your profit site.
I click it.
Yes, you may.
God damn, I can't profits. I'm rolling like shit.
Where's your natural 20s, dude?
I ran out of them.
I stole them easy.
You gotta go buy some more,
All
I
of them.
think.
They're gone now.
Yeah, guys, I was doing pay to win.
So, with that, it's not super low. So I'll give you this. As you kind of embrace this kind of darkness around you, that's always around you because of your blindness, you see kind of these small imprints of light as if you close your eyes after staring at the sun too long. These blotches of red and then kind of white, and suddenly you can see a large city that's pressed up against a mountain. You see a cloud that hangs overhead, and you see it's not just a cloud of water, of vapor. It is a cloud of flying beings, dragons, rocks, birds, Aarakocra, a flying force spiraling around this huge capital city. But you see that at the top of one of the castles, a circle of light appears, a sphere, and a strike of radiant energy strikes through the cloud, and you see the cloud dive down towards that sphere and surround it, but then break away. And the sphere is gone, but the cloud is also gone. And then your vision sort of enhances, whooshing in to the city at the base of this castle. And it seems almost like another time, another day. And you see a drow with a female figure, and you see they have some sort of like almost lab-like coat, and they seem to be tinkering with something at a table, some sort of hinges and to make some sort of limb, a prosthetic limb of some sort. And then you see them kind of look over towards your position, your perspective, and they smile. They have some somewhat familiar features, although it's kind of strange because you aren't completely familiar with these features yet. But there's something familiar and recent about them. But this is somebody different that you haven't met before. Just something familiar. As they this drow smiles at you and nods. And then the vision ends.
I'm contemplating it.
All right.
Some weird shit.
Well, we'll contemplate as we go to the next day. It is still lightly cloudy outside, but it is kind of passing clouds. But the strange thing is that these passing clouds, even though they're very high up and they seem to be light, they still have the dark kind of angry look to them. The dark cast of what should be storm clouds, but instead they're passing, kind of swirling overhead like normal clouds, as if even the sky itself seems to be waiting. But you do see some rays of Volka's light seem to pass through and herald the morning. So
Let's go.
who would like to wake up first? Who would wake up first?
I'm waking up
this?
first.
Okay.
Humblefear would get up.
Atreus is always up.
I think Blindbeak's an early. I don't want to say it.
What?
Early
Early
riser?
riser?
Early bird.
Oh, ha 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 ha.
Uh,
What are you gonna do? Get a worm? Ha ha. That makes sense
So
though.
Got
mean.
Um,
Find Blind Beak with his beak in the grass.
He would
what are
not.
you doing?
anybody else? Anybody else?
Hunglefear doesn't normally get up early, but he is today.
Is
All right.
Von Schwab right next to me?
No, Von Schwa's up in the rooms. Von Schwa.
Okay.
Group meeting. Group meeting outside. Tired of this tavern.
Did you say that everybody? Sinbad's definitely still asleep.
Feyre
Whoa,
Feyre tickles his mane and wakes him up.
Solve will turn
Oh,
over.
I'm
tickle
up, I'm
him?
up. I
Can I
got
move the
ruffles.
cart
She
closer?
like ruffles his mane. Hey, group meeting.
Sim-
Let's go.
Don't do that to the main.
Oh, you'll get over it, you big baby.
You know how hard I work to maintain this, dude?
You just slept on it. You can fix it on the ship.
Fair enough.
Let's go.
I'm following Feyre up.
Come on, Sav.
Whoa.
Group meeting
Yes.
outside. It's cloudy.
Are you guys coming
Okay,
this
it's
way, or
good.
you
We're
guys
good.
want us
We're
to come this
good.
way?
Yeah, it's a big yeah. You guys just have to dodge the occasional rays of light that peek through, but it's pretty cloudy.
Sinbad's trying to help shade the mushrooms in the best way he can.
Let's go.
He's holding his jacket over them.
Yeah.
Probably again carry the
Such a gentleman.
carry the carpet over them.
Yeah, they're very used to this type of deal now.
This mode of travel.
Do they like hold the carpet overhead or just like balance it on their mushroom tops?
I suppose they
their
could
arms-
drape it over their mushrooms.
Yeah, their arms aren't the best at reaching all the way up to grab the edges, so they probably do mostly just kind of let it balance.
Paco.
I love that imagery.
It's very funny.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everyone. So I think we discussed this last night, and I think we mostly came to an agreement.
Hold on, I think we're missing Blind Beak.
Oh. There
I'm
he
trying
is.
to get people away from my wyvern.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, he's
No,
over
they
there.
definitely
Never
would be like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Phew.
these people, the villagers, they point and stare at everybody."
What? Ain't you never seen a wyvern before?
No.
We are such a normal collection of people.
Yeah, what? You've never seen a
Why
wyvern?
are you looking at us? Look
A
at us.
wyvern,
We're
a big
normal.
cat, a little
You
cat,
got
a
struck
wyvern.
by lightning.
Yeah, what of it?
Kind of cool.
That's what I thought. It was cool.
Don't blow up any houses.
No promises. Just kidding. That was a joke.
Oh.
All right, huddle up. So
Huddle.
as I was saying, pretty sure last night we all came to an agreement that we wanted to go down to Crux for the delivery, but I just want to reaffirm that. Or if anyone has any grievances they'd like to bring up.
Hmm. I would like to return to my own high plates as soon as possible, but I understand as well that I don't believe myself prepared for such a return. I believe I need to be stronger before I can head back there and confront whatever's waiting there for me.
You know what? I think we'll have plenty of time for you to get stronger if we go down to Crux.
That is a good point.
Like,
I
Whoa.
think it would be in our best interest to go upwards.
Me and the rest of my entourage have no interest in going up, and it would be best served for all of the realms to go down.
I did some communing yesterday. Talked to my pantheon, and there's something up there. It's important, deeply so.
funny you should mention that because, when I got struck by lightning, I had a vision, and there was some stuff up there, but I also saw something incredibly powerful in the core of this world. I think it could be the key to solving our problems. Something powerful is there. Immensely so.
But what is the important thing that you refer to, Hundlefear?
Hold on. That's what 2 weeks with no D&D does to a motherfucker. What am I
So
notes?
true.
Memory gone.
What's my character's name?
Fuck.
Simba.
I think my name's
Wait.
Trinidad.
No, that's something else. Mufasa?
Wait, I'm not DMing? What? Huh?
I thought I've always been the DM.
Quinn's just watching the VOD from last week real quick.
It's tempting sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh fuck! I wrote down. God, I hate Pasquin. I wrote 9. 9 of them want Hundi to go up to follow the army. Only 1 suggests going down could be useful. I didn't write why.
It's cool down there.
I'll
was
give
like,
you,
yo,
I'll
it's
give you
cool.
a little freebie.
9 out of 10 dentists recommend going
you
to the high place.
communed with the Pantheon, and of course you saw Coral Dig, your main god, and so it seemed that a lot of the gods were kind of angry because of what was going on, and they were unhappy, and they wanted you to go up to kind of preach the word of the gods. But Coral Dig specifically stated that although a majority of the gods that you follow said that going up would be good, he sees potential in both, and that like he trusts you to do whatever you deem necessary, and that basically he alluded to the gods thinking that this world was over, like kind of screwed, whilst Coral Dig was like, hey, maybe you can do more than we think, and that's generally what the gist you got.
I think we should go down because there's weird shit down there.
Whoa, going towards Volca is bad.
Also, yes,
Hiya.
Sav and
Yes,
his mushrooms would have a very difficult time going closer to the sun.
I understand, but okay. So this is okay. That's the phoenixes are basically the source of all power in this world, and that is the direction the army is heading. I think if we want to stop them and make sure nothing bad happens, that's our best path. If they're going towards the phoenixes, and those phoenixes hold power that can be manipulated, we don't have a real choice.
One of
Is
the
that a
phoenixes is in the
thing?
core.
Is that I've never heard of that.
Sav will shrug. Wow, what's the point of chasing an army when you could cut off its head, its leader? Or persuade them.
Also, quick, there's one phoenix in the sky and one in the middle of the world.
We haven't heard of the middle. The middle one's not really talked about, really, has it?
Oh, really? Is it not?
Well,
It's
not
there,
and
Flint.
kind of
Flint's DM.
gesture, not
History
for
check.
you high plate people.
History check. Let's go.
That's intelligence.
DM said history.
Yeah, I know. 2 people can do it.
It is just an
Do
intelligence.
it.
I don't have intelligence, okay?
Neither do I.
I'm so smart.
Hey, Sav.
Treyas.
Farrah,
there's
from
no
being
way
from
Sav
a
isn't gonna.
Farrah, from being a oh
God damn.
my god,
I'll just
everybody's so
can I just
bad.
appeal to my researcher background? That's definitely something.
Why
that
would I
makes
get
sense.
in that one?
I'll give you all the general knowledge. You guys don't get anything extra, but you guys get the general knowledge. Vane is not talked about very much in the high plates or the feudal plates. But that's because, as has been discussed, people kind of have a bad vibe of the core world. They think it's weird, and there's a lot of you guys aren't sure of the history, but you know that there's a weird past with Vane, and it seems that it is instilled that Vane is sort of a tumultuous god. One of the most common beliefs that probably most of you guys will know, especially having been on a wake ship already, is that Vane is kind of the deity that they attribute to the winds, the wake winds, but also like the treacherous ways of the wake winds and storms. So if you ever get caught in like a storm, or somebody or a ship gets lost while traveling the wake
You
sea,
pissed off Vane.
then yeah, it's like, oh, Vane has claimed them, and it's kind of like a yeah. So that's what I'll give you.
I know it's only 2, but I'm from the core worlds. Can I have a check?
No, I'm giving you that knowledge for now because you guys already did 2 checks.
Flint's drawn a hard line.
I've drawn the line at 2 checks. You guys did 2
So
checks.
good. Can I know everything?
No.
That's
You dirty
Why are you
high
doing this to me?
platers did the check, and now you know nothing. I'm just kidding.
Wow,
you guys know the
dirty
basic
high
knowledge.
platers. It's true. Feyre didn't really like it up there. People are more interesting the further away from the high plates.
Wow, guys are boring.
I love
Fighting
that.
words.
I love that Sob's like just diminutive answer is always wah wah. I like that sound.
Yeah, wow.
Wah wah.
True. Wa has been established as yeah. That's what that means.
Yeah.
Wah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soon you guys won't even need the psychic. You just could tell
Oh,
based on
just
the
know
wah
what he
wah
means.
wahs.
True.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Yes. Sav is saying that he's hungry and wishes to munch on some delicious treats.
Nods.
So, your discussion.
I'm going to ask Cunliffe actually. Wasn't there something else as well that your gods asked of you a while back at this point? Fellow acolyte in trouble?
Yes, but we lost our chance, it seems. I was not able to persuade any of you, and last night it seems that she may have been lost.
Well, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Bummer.
I apologize.
For
That's listening, I suppose.
I will follow where you go, but I feel I am failing my duty, my purpose, if we don't move upwards. And if I keep this up for too much longer, I might lose everything.
I don't think you will. I think that there's something deep in the heart of this place that could fulfill your purpose. If we go down, we go towards the source of the army.
What
Move it.
use is the speaker for a pantheon of gods if he can't keep his compatriots alive?
You define your own use. I know you believe in your god. I mean, not believe. I know they're real and that you owe fealty to them, but you forge your own path. I and I think going down is the best path for us and for the world.
Well, as I said, I will follow you, but going down does not feel like my path.
I hope I can change your mind. If not now, then someday. But I suppose we should put it to a vote. I think we're mostly in agreement that we're going down, but a
I'd
vote
like
would,
to see.
yes, a vote would be helpful. Flint, how should we vote? How should we vote?
Hands
Where's
up.
the
please
where's the
help.
Roll
last
initiative?
vote?
Hands up. Well, hands up if we want to go down.
If you want to go down, go stand on the wooden platform.
All right,
Where's
everybody
Wooden
put their heads down. The people want to go
Is this
down. raise-
canonical? Is this canonical?
This is crazy.
This is canon.
Just say that everybody's getting out of your way as you take over
We
the
just
town
run
square.
over there.
Wait, do the mushrooms and the wyvern count for that?
Yeah,
vote
they
as well?
count, so you guys are
No.
fucked.
Oh.
The kitty counts for 10 votes.
No!
Aha! Where's the kitty going? Where's Orange going?
Uh-oh, are we at an
Orange
impasse?
there. I will say I would feel safer going up, but I am okay with either option.
Either way,
I'm in agreement with that statement.
So you would be fine with going down.
I suppose so.
Sinbad, listen. I understand your world needs help, but maybe if we went to the core world, that would be the best help it could get. We could talk to the Alucanes and maybe set your place free, or at least gather help.
Do you really believe they can be reasoned with?
No.
Do I
could
think
always-
they could be reasoned with? Can I, from experience, they're
Yeah,
very
sure. Make
stubborn.
another history check. Either that or a
Right.
religion check, because the Alacanes are kind of like a pseudo cult religion.
Is that the same check? Question mark.
Depends if you're proficient or not, but they're both intelligence. Yes.
Religion and history, you said?
Yeah, religion or history.
Oh, I'm proficient in history. Where is
Wait,
it?
Sov, did you put your spores in the well?
You didn't. Did you see that?
With the
I have a
11,
+4 to
did you
that.
gain that recently?
I
Here,
don't
I'll give
know.
you the proper thing. Oh wait, no, that's actually my bad. Your thing is broken. It's broken. No.
Woohoo!
So with an 11 though, or I guess a 14 as it would properly be, you know
Why'd you
that the
steal my
Alacanes,
history.
the Alacanes are not, they don't, especially Avos Alacane, right? The whole controversy with Avos Alacane is nobody that's not an Alacane has seen him for years and years and years, potentially like decades. So his like talking to him is usually very hard, although you do have a package that's supposed to go to Avos Alacane, so there's that. But from what you've heard of the Alacanes, they are pretty regimented. They only accept the opinion of others within their family. But as you know, Blind Beak, you know that their family isn't one of literal blood.
Yeah.
It's of the kind of the people get adopted into it. So you basically just have to impress an Alacane or become an Alacane, and then they kind of take your opinion seriously. But other than that, they don't associate with lowly folks.
If Monty says this package can change the world,
He said they both could.
he did, but this is the head of the army. This is at least one of the commanders, for my assumption.
As is the other recipient, and we know the other one exists.
Well, this one also exists. Or somebody who holds the power does. If we go to the army and we kill their commander or whatever it is, They could always send another one, but if we cut off the head of the beast, it's done. An army without a leader has no purpose, and they will disperse. I think going up is solving a symptom, not the cause of the problem.
I don't.
Whoa, the roots are in the earth.
Whatever started this came from below.
And every second we take to walk the other direction is further the army gets, and the more they kill.
We won't
and the
stop
more
them by
damage is
chasing
done.
them. We can't. Us six can't stop an army on our own.
I do think it's futile to try and stop the army. There's countless. It's beyond overwhelming. We can't win that fight.
No, but we can help people.
Can we flip a coin, man? I think we're at an
Words
impasse.
You could help
overhead.
more
Wait.
people by going down.
Flint, can I make an insight check on something?
Yeah, make an insight check on what?
So, would I think that Tristan is in the lower plates or the higher plates right now?
Is it
Ooh, okay. Yeah, sure.
16.
With what you knew. So after Tristan left, Tristan was. I'm trying to say this without. I have to be delicate. I have to be delicate. So after Tristan left, there were a lot of resources put in trying to find Tristan because Tristan disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
The most knowledge that you could have gathered were all from the high plates, and many of the high plates were pretty, although closed off Pridonis might be, it still had its roots in other places. It had informants, but none of those informants were able to find any trace of Tristan. That, as well as, well, I'm trying to think of what else you could glean from your knowledge. I think that's probably the biggest thing, is that through these resources that were brought forth to try to find Tristan, nothing came of it. But but Pridonis didn't have the resources to search the core world, and so it could be the next place that you could search for Tristan, certainly.
I see. I think he's most likely in the core world, though, then. If Pridonis's influence stretches mainly to the high plates, it makes sense that if we didn't find him there, he'd be there.
It's true. It's true. The hardest part is that you still have so much. You don't know why Tristan was taken exactly. You don't know what Tristan was going off to do. With this insight check, I'll tell you that you probably think that it was something about Morgamesh. It was probably something related to faith, but you can't be certain, and you know that your brother, you know that Tristan, you know that Tristan
Yeah, I was gonna
was
tell Finn anyway.
yeah, you know that Tristan was he was very devout, and that he always wanted to do the right thing. So you find it you find it hard to believe that he would have left. I'm just trying to give you the details, because I can't tell you outright. But yeah,
That's
you
fair.
can believe what you believe with that knowledge.
I see. I'm gonna believe I can find them in the lower plates right now. So I think I'm gonna head towards the stage right now. I believe I know someone who could perhaps help us in the lower plates. Perhaps even help out with the army if he agrees to it.
So
Well-
the silence kind of spreads, but only broken up by the some faint crackling of thunder overhead and the chirps of nearby birds.
Whoa, I think that decides it then.
We go down. Wow.
My reasoning being, perhaps we can find resources down that would be willing to confront the army up top. As we pursue the head, we find people to pursue the body.
One more thing before we agree to this. Might there be a little bit of negotiation that we can do? I mean, I'm all fine with payment and a reason to, well, to descend. But perhaps a wake ship or some better transport should be put in order.
Would you like to request that of Monty then?
Well, I think we all should have some part in this. And yes.
I see.
Don't see a problem with that. He promises vast wealth, so maybe he could help us out a little bit more.
Give us a little boat.
Hundolfir, what say you?
Let me drive the boat.
To what?
To our decision.
I've said my part. There's nothing left for me to say. I need some food and then we go.
I see. Very well then. I believe first ship, then food, then we take off.
Let's get going.
Let's do it then.
All right, so we're gonna go talk to Monty. How are we gonna get off of the plate to begin with? Was Captain Guy gonna take us?
No, because he's going up. Captain
yeah.
Guy's going up, so we have to pay to go down.
Oh, cringe.
Monty seems to be lost in thought. He's watching birds that seem to be flitting over this obelisk. Yellow canaries of some kind.
Mr. Monty.
Farah nudges Sov. Go ask him. Go ask him.
Whoa, Wow, we've decided that we'll be heading down.
Oh, yes. So you'll be taking the package to Avos Alicane then?
Correct. One thing before we do agree to this, though. We think that it should be put into order some better transport for us to go down if you want them to be delivered in, well...
Timely manner?
In any sort of timely manner.
Well, thankfully there is a ship heading in generally the same way as all of you. Unfortunately, my influence in the core world is, well, small, and thus I don't have too many ships or contacts with ships down there. I hear that they don't even have many ship-making ports either. They mostly rely on dragons and other beings when you get deeper into the core world, except for Crux. Crux is different though, requires different types of travel. But we do have a ship here. The WS Foundling, I believe. It was taken by Professor Von Schwa, and Von Schwa hopes to take them most of the way down to the core world. Of course, I've already given you a small upfront payment, but I suppose I could pay for the first leg of your trip as long as I'm here.
Oh, wow. It would be much appreciated and would help us on our way down. It would be, well, a wise investment.
Yes, I think that will do well. And almost on cue, you see Professor Vanchois come out, and kind of shake his head a little bit. He seems to, and unfortunately, a ray of light just so happens to break through the clouds and kind of shine in his eyes, and he kind of cringes at it. And he kind of,
Just to spite you.
Yes, apparently Volka hates my kind, but we won't have to deal with it for too long. If you have all truly decided that what you have talked about last night.
Yes, we did a little vote. We've decided we're going down.
Ah, brilliant. Great. Then you will, I imagine they will be accompanying me? Looks to Monty for confirmation. Monty kind of nods and says, yes, I believe I will be paying for, as far as the foundling goes, at the very least. And Professor Von Schwa nods and says, yes, they plan to do some sort of, strange route nearby the Fane region, but I think especially if I bring all of these interesting people, then we might be able to convince them to go even farther than they said. Professor Von Schwa kind of nods at all of you and says, well, very well. Is there any last thing you would like to do, or shall I introduce you to the Foundling and its crew?
I think
I'll look
that is
to
set off.
I'll look to Feyre actually. Is there a shop in town at all?
I have no idea. I'm going to be honest with you.
I'll look to everybody else. Actually, I doubt I would know this, but
Yeah, Monty would nod. Monty would be like, yes, there are a few shops around. Nothing too involved. Nothing too crazy. But there are simple wares.
well, I need to make a brief visit to restock some equipment. But if you all would like to go to the ship, I could just meet you there.
Sounds good. See you, Sov.
Oh, see you soon. I'll send all the Myconids with though. I'll just go by myself.
I was gonna wait for Brooke really quick, just to tell her.
Oh, Handofer is literally eating.
Oh yeah. Hey, Handofer, we're gonna go meet the ship's crew. You wanna come?
In a bit.
All right. Well, meet us. They're at I believe it's called the Foundling. Meet us there. Wow.
I love that Feyre's kind of like the one excitable, upbeat person that tries to keep everybody together. Just like running around, being like, okay guys, meeting, let's go.
Woohoo, come on.
All right. Now,
My mom on vacation.
all right, guys. So okay, we're getting up at 9, and at 10 we have to be at the breakfast place.
You're giving.
Mommy, do you have
nine,
this all
thanks,
written out?
Grace, put your seatbelt on.
Brooke
It
probably.
it is going into me, but
We'll do the
I'm
ship
having the
first.
seatbelt.
About
That's
the
what our
waterproof
seatbelts
seatbelt.
work.
You guys are kind of led over to this area.
Wait, Trace, what about Shelby and Susie?
Oh no.
that's
Yeah,
a-
what about
It's
Shelby
their
and
goodbyes.
Susie?
Are they
Could try
water
to sell
horses?
them back to
Marciago.
Monsiago, or they would probably be useful for taking this package, but that's up to you.
I
Bring them on the
love
boat.
these
Can
horses.
we take them on the boats?
You can bring it with and see.
What about
Yeah.
boat?
Let's bring these horses.
Von
We
Schwa
bonded.
kind of is like a little. He's like, there's not much space on the Foundling. I will be honest, but maybe you could fit in one if you guys don't mind the smell and the stench and the.
Oh, we don't mind the
Dealing
smell.
with
We've been hanging out with these two for like a week.
Which one's the
We
nice
must-
one?
Which one doesn't suck?
Which one we
I
paid
think
more for?
Susie-
Not a
Susie.
total
Susie,
bitch.
Susie
we-
got reassuring presents.
Yeah, we paid Prime for Susie.
And I bought Shelby because I was nice to Shelby. But Shelby kicked someone, I think. I don't know.
So you guys are
Oh.
let into the small personal dock, it seems, over here. That seems to be for
That's a pretty
higher
bird.
value things. Yeah, they're just kind of there,
That's not
flitting through
Monty.
their bag.
The bird says the bird's name is Monty.
Oh, it's not Monty. I only fixed it on one map. You gotta be kidding me.
Okay.
Kinda. So you guys kind of arrive at this dock, and Professor Von Schwa just kind of leads you onto the boat. I'm going to do the other map because I did a lot more work on the actual ship map than the one on that map. So
Take us to the ship map.
The ship map. The ship map. Do the ship map. The ship map. All right. Tool.
I want to load it, but I waited for Brooke.
This is true.
So many less. Such a small map.
Yeah, well,
It
it's a
sounds
small.
like we're gonna
it's
spend
not
a lot of time on
big
it, though.
boat. It's not a
Yeah.
hugely boat. It's a hex sail. It seems to be built sort of small, but very. It seems to be built for speed. You can even tell just by looking at it, and it's multiple different sails that it has along the side.
Does it have a flame decal on the side to let everyone know it's fast?
No. Silliness.
Can it?
That's silly.
We press
Can
the
it?
digitation of flame decal.
You could, I guess.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking
Grace
about.
just walks up and
I
spray
walk
paints
up and
white
immediately
paint on the side.
just spray paint. I
Not
don't
even
actually use
asking.
prestidigitation. I just use my ink.
I'm trying to, because doesn't prestidigitation only work on like small scale?
Well, I just do it on a small scale.
Yeah, small
Yeah.
scale.
This boat is small to me.
So just a small
It's
little
almost like
flame
It's
decal.
Hey, it's okay. I'm not doing it either way. Would not be in character.
Trace puts on some sick flame decals. I gotta copy and paste you guys. Hold on.
Yo, we're in the sky.
Is it possible to rotate?
So
Well,
I was
isometric.
wondering, Flint, can I find all that stuff in
Yeah,
town?
you can find all that stuff in town.
Okay,
All
good.
that stuff is not too.
No, it's pretty normal stuff.
Yeah. Holy water, you can find.
Just have Hundlefear bless it.
Yeah, but I'll just go ahead and say you can. I mean, it shouldn't be that bad.
This map of the plates you have on this table is so much higher resolution than everything next to it.
Well, that's because it's
So
the
true.
real, it's the actual.
I know, he just plopped it in there.
All right, so
Can you rotate it?
rotate what? What
Can
are we
we have an image-
rotating?
Image
I
of
just
your-
screenshotted it. Rotated
Screenshot it.
Oh,
Burn it yourself.
you're not supposed. I have a
We
thing
were
for
not
it.
supposed to.
I have a.
I lived in this world. Do I not know
I-
things?
I have a thing for it for later. You guys don't have to screenshot it, but.
I just wanted to see what it was.
That's so
So,
hard.
Von Schwa kind of steps aboard, does a deep bow, and says, "Hello, Captain Reina. It is it is a pleasant day to be back on your ship." And Reina looks at the quite big group that's still missing like 2 or 3 people, and the horses, but looks at the big, huge group, and kind of whistles, goes, "Well, that's quite a lot of people. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Come on."
We still have more incoming. Is that all right?
Well, I'm already weighed down quite a bit with this special static vent, but if we can figure it out, how to make you all comfortable with this small ship, then I'm willing to do it as long as you guys are all paying. And Professor Von Schwa says, the Monty will be paying for all of it. I have brought this payment myself. And Captain Reyna says, "Oh, good, yes. I knew it was a good idea bringing you spell sword on. You're not only good protection, but also have very deep pockets. I appreciate that very much. How about all of you? What brings you on to the Foundling? Going down to the to Check's map. Going down to Brockmire, Laverne.
I whispered to Feyre, do we tell her of our true intentions?
That would be a question for Von Schwa.
Indeed. And then I go over and whisper that to him.
Von Schwa will say, we will, if you... Well, it will be important to tell Captain Reyna our final location, although I believe she won't be traveling all that way, at least yet. We might be able to figure something out. It seems that our captain likes a good deal. And
we plan on going as far down as we can go.
All right. Well, we'll be going down at least to Laverne. So, as long as you guys are good with going there. Laverne's actually pretty nice for the core world, especially. It's, well, it's not actually in the core world. I think it's right about on the edge, but it's a pretty nice place, at least I've heard. I haven't been there myself, but I have business. So, where business brings me, I go. Please familiarize yourself with the layout. Are you really bringing those horses in that cart? I'm unfortunately...
We can leave the cart, but I don't. Is there room for horses?
My fellow crewmate, Olive is kind of staying in the one space that they would be, but Olive is kind of the type to be fine with a horse or two. Or, well, probably only one. I think it's only big enough for one. So, I think I could only bring one aboard, unfortunately. Unless you want to strap him to the deck.
Feyre cocks her head at that.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm joking.
I'm joking.
What say you, horses?
Horses look at you blankly and kind of worried about as they are on the dock currently. Surrounded by water. You already got those. Are you bringing those myconids, right? Myconids? Lord almighty, I've never seen myconids before.
Friends.
I have a place where we can
Is
probably
Sov the
get
small
Sov
green one?
person.
On top
Yep.
Oh.
He's the leader.
Huh, very small. The leader.
He's a kin, mind you.
Okay.
A sovereign.
Well, if they can go down ladder, we can fit them in the hole. So just to kind of actually, Captain Reyna will grab an apple, kind of bite into it, and be like, "Here, let me show you around." And so essentially, Captain Reyna will show you that this door leads to the second floor, which goes into this space. There's another door that leads to this sort of part of a strange engine. And then there's a ladder that goes down here into the hull, where it seems like most of the bedding is. And then more space for, like, the engine. But Reyna will say that if you really need extra space, because it seems like you guys have got a lot of people, as long as you promise not to touch anything, you guys could go in the static vent room. But it's kind of loud, and it gets weirdly cold. Kind of creepy, but it's a very valuable piece. Can stay out despite the lost curse for quite some time, 2 additional days. It's very handy. Don't have to worry about getting eaten up by that cloud sea.
What's he talking about?
I have no idea what this guy's on about.
You guys ever been on a wake ship before? Ever been calculating up the days for the lost sea? No?
I mean,
I've
Only
seen a
once
lot
for
of blank
me.
stares. Well, this will be a learning experience, let me tell you. There's a lot of stuff to learn. I guess we could all get to that in time. I think everybody should be here, though. You said there's more people? This should probably be explained to everybody if you all don't know. It's a bit important.
Fair. I'll go fetch the others.
All right, I'll be here. Anybody want an apple?
Sure.
They're grown fresh from Alestrin.
Oh, well,
A nice park.
about at this point, I'm gonna get back. And I also bought some extra backpacks for my 3 fellows. Yeah.
Nice. So let's do the little bit with so as you wait outside Blind Beak, you see Brooke kind of come out, hobbling along, and they look over towards the docks, and then over at you, and kind of wave at you, and say, "Well, I guess this is farewell."
Your girlfriend's okay for now.
Who? What?
Yeah. Do you have a drow friend?
How did you? Yeah, they're good. They're good. Well, that's good. How do you know that? Is it part of your kind of waves their hand in front of their face, in front of your eyes?
Basically, well, I had this before. I lost my eyes in the process of using. If that makes sense. Not because I used them, but more so someone did it to me.
Yeah, that's a little weird. But hey, thanks for updating me on that. At least all my friends aren't dead.
Listen, if I saw a place too, and if it was a cliffside with, I guess, a capital, it's gonna get a little messy there.
Yeah. That one's not too surprising. That'd be Mier.
Listen, we have this knowledge beforehand. If you could talk to your friends, you could get the defenses ready at least.
Brooke's eyes kind of widen, and they nod their head. They're like, "You're right. You're right." Kind of goes over to Monty and says, "I know I don't know you very well, but I saw a spell. I think I saw a spell sword around here, and you were something talking to you, something like that. I don't know. Listen, if you could get them or yourself, I don't know. You look like a strong, magical, capable fellow to do a little sending. That'd be great. And do a little message." And then the Brooke will like relay, kind of quietly to Monty. And then Monty will be like, "Yes, I could do that. I am quite proficient." And then Brooke's like, great." And Brooke will come back and says, "That was a good idea. But in case that doesn't work out, I should really get going. Now Dormandra was saying that we'll be leaving as soon as I got up this morning, and well, I'm up now."
Listen, I last thing, I bought a horse while I was traveling here. I don't know if we can carry it. If we can't, would you like it?
Getting around is quite as hard, even with this short sword I'm using as a little cane. So, yeah, that would actually be much appreciated, I think.
Would you want to? I'll reach my hand out to like put her on Dante to take her to the docks.
Wait, would Blind Beak know that there's not room for it?
Yeah, they said it was small.
Yeah.
They did say that it was a small wake ship.
It was a small wake ship, and we have Dante.
Yeah.
Oh, right, Dante.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're bringing anyone, it would be Dante.
We'll just do it real quickly. We'll kind of like, we'll say that you were able to get Brooke over to the Broken Wing, and then also kind of transport one of the Shelby, I presume.
Yeah, because that's the one I bought.
Yeah, and get Shelby over on Captain Aldred Mondra's boat, which is thankfully big enough for the horse. Hold on, just gotta move things. But yeah, is there any last things? So you kind of are able to orchestrate this little move over of the horse and Brooke, and you see Brooke kind of find a nice spot on the deck of the Broken Wing as Naldor Mondra's at the helm and kind of waves at you as well. And Brooke's like, well, I'd like to say that it was all great times, but, you know, stuff happened. But either way, it was good to meet you and all of your friends. You know, it was a good time. Seemed like good folk.
Keep me updated on what happens in the upper planes or plates.
Yeah, all right. I'll try to get a contact with you. Look out for any messengers, I guess, or I'll try to sending you. I know my friend, the one you saw, knows how to do it, so hopefully I can contact you that way. But just don't be scared. Sometimes when when somebody does that to me, it's like a voice in my head. All of a sudden, I don't like it. It's creepy. But you know, I'll try to give you a heads up.
I'll be seen.
All right. See you later. And with that, they kind of just rest up on the deck because they don't do a lot of walking. But I imagine you go off and fly with Dante over to the ship.
Yeah, I guess you probably don't have room for Shelby and Susie with Dante on the ship.
Yeah.
You guys got a lot of things, to be fair.
I'd like to establish that somewhere. I'd like to establish that somewhere in canon, though, Sinbad said goodbye to Brooke.
Oh yeah, you could all. It takes probably a little bit. And I imagine when Blindbait comes back, it was like, I said bye to Brooke. You're like, what? And then you like ran off, and we're like, and then Brooke's like,
yeah,
oh,
that sounds.
Another one. Hey, you saying bye too?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it was good hanging out with you, fuzzy fella.
As always, it was good getting to know you, halfling fella.
Thanks.
Did I get it right?
Yeah, I mean, I am a halfling. That's true. That's true.
Oh, perfect. So I'm still learning.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Not too many halflings in my plate.
Yeah, the kid probably nice there too. I'm just joking.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
All right. Well, say goodbye to everybody else for me.
We'll do. I wish you the best of luck in your journeys.
Thanks.
May Morgamesh bless thee.
Yeah.
Then I do whatever my religious symbol is.
Probably just like the fist up. Something with a
Yeah,
fist, because this is like his main symbol. It's the gauntlet.
That sounds cool to me. I do that.
And
Walk off.
And Brooke will do a salute back.
Nice.
All right, everybody is here to get the laydown, except for a dragonborn Hundofir. Is there anything last thing you'd like to do in the tavern?
Not in the tavern, but I do need to go shopping.
Oh yeah, what do you want to get?
I'll send it to you after this, but I basically wrote down a list of ingredients.
Oh right, yeah,
Finally,
yeah. Yeah. We could definitely, we'll talk about all that stuff as well. But I imagine you can probably find most of the ingredients. We'll talk about it later, what you can and can't find. But and then after that, would you make your way to the boat?
Um. Yeah, I think so.
To be fair, there is another element of this, but I do want the characters to canonically know this knowledge. And Captain Reina wants you all to know this knowledge too. So you all find your way eventually to the Foundling. Reina's eyes only get wider as you all kind of arrive on the deck, and it's a great smattering of people and their little entourage. And Reina will kind of like slick back their big feathery plume on the top of their head, and just say, "Wow, well, you are an interesting bit. You're sure that Monty's got all the pay for this? This is a lot of people in cargo."
Whoa,
And,
you know Monty's deep pockets.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true. I've done a few dealings with that guy, and I mean, I'm sure if even he can't pay a professor here can. Well, either way, hello and welcome to the Foundling. From what I've heard from a brief talk with Professor Von Schwa last night, is that the port of Milltown is, well, it's currently not in a good condition. Putting it
We're
lightly,
aware.
correct?
Yes.
Well, we'll have to sail around the continent of Haven anyhow to get onto that side so that we can go on the correct side down to Brockmire. So it's going to be about a 3-day trek around, even with these sails, to go all the way around to Milltown. So now that you're all here, I know I got you gathered on my boat. You guys can come with me on this boat, and we can all be huddled together like nice penguins or something like that. Or you guys can all walk back, but I heard that there's some goblins, so it might be dangerous and just safer to go on the boat. But I'll leave that up to you.
What about the goblins?
Oh, did I hear wrong? I heard that you guys were like, that there's goblins in the way?
Oh yes, the goblins are very nice, however.
Oh.
It's the wolves you have to worry about.
Oh. Well, either way, you guys
Don't
can
mind.
all...
Oh, that...
Tabs my fungal wolf.
Yeah, that one's cool though. That one's cool.
The wyvern too, right? That one's fine. Tame.
As tame as they could be.
Yes.
Not exactly
don't believe
reassuring,
that.
but nice. So, you guys can all either go on foot, travel back the way I'm sure you all came coming back from Milltown, or you guys can ride on my boat for 3 days until we get to the other side. We'll probably stop at Milltown. Professor Von Schwa said that he had an obligation to check on the safety of it and tell people, refugees, if they were able to come back to it or not. So we'll probably stop there for at least a day, maybe a night, and then we'll finally be off to Brockmire. Now, hold on. Reina will go over here, pick up their map, and then come down the stairs and be like, all right, moves this box towards the center. Says, you're a big group, but try your best to catch a good glimpse of this. And we'll put the map on this crate. And thusly, I will show you all the map.
Miles.
A map.
It's the map. It's the map. It's the map. It's the
Map.
map.
I'm so
Why is
excited.
it sinning?
Now, I know it has a lot of weird colors on it, but that is so that we can judge different depths and such. It's very intricate system we have going here, and it's kind of actually simplified quite a bit, so I'm sorry if it's a bit difficult to interpret. Can you all see this?
Oh, let me get a better look.
Me as well. With my one good eye.
guys loaded in yet?
Nope.
Politely staring.
Still loading. Why is it taking
This
so
map
trying
is
to get a better
so
look.
silly and so
I think you
yes.
So yes.
blocked out a few of it.
Yeah,
It doesn't-
the map I got from a stingy little Alestran person that has the whole map only sold me half of it. Can you believe it? It's an absolute
Wow.
travesty.
That's a little rude.
Yeah, those Alestran types are real
It is.
secretive with their knowledge, you know. I've
sure.
talked about it with my good friend Professor Von Schwa here. They're kind of stingy.
Oh, I never realized that
sure.
Creel was so close to Pridonis.
Oh, you're correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
I didn't learn too much geography while over there, I'll admit. So
from what I've heard, those
really know
people
either.
in most of those high plates are pretty, well, they keep to themselves. Can you all relate with that?
Oh, definitely. You could say that twice.
Creel is very isolated.
All right, well, here's the map.
Nailfall wasn't too bad.
The lines here, the white lines, are kind of the path of Volca. So the further you go in, the colder it gets. Crux is actually really cold, but it's really down towards the core, so its weather's all wacky. But basically, here is like pretty wintry, like fall-esque. Here it like differs depending on if it's night or day or weird stuff going on. But then here it's summer all the time. Sometimes it gets a bit too hot, like in Raven. Raven's, woof. If you want a nice sunny getaway, that's where you go. Anyhow, so you might notice that there's a bunch of different colors. Well, if you look on the side of the map, each of the different shades shows how high up it is. This purplish blue being the lowest, and this orange being the highest. And I know they can be kind of hard to tell from each other, but just try your best to kind of see this. And just remember that most of the time they aren't on the same... when they're close together, they're not on the same height.
Latitude.
Plain.
Here you see we're on Haven, and Brockmire's one's right there. Unfortunately, it is quite difficult to simply sail off. I know who here is new to wake sailing. All the other people before were wide-eyed when I was talking about the lost curse. Anybody else?
No.
I raised my hand. I'm new.
I raised my hand.
Raise my hand.
All
I
right.
raised both hands.
Great. Nice.
I
Well,
grow a third hand
I-
to raise also.
I don't raise my hand, and I act like I know what I'm doing, but I don't.
But you don't.
I just want to absorb knowledge. Give it to me.
well, here's the sitch.
Can I insight check blind bake?
Yeah, you can
Yeah, go
say
ahead.
check blind beak.
Try. How
Blind
can
beak,
you if we
make a
can't
deception
click on our
check.
tokens right
Yeah, where?
I might
Also,
let me
you
see
can
what he
go
rolls
back
first.
to
Huh?
the WS Lost Foundling. You should have access to all of them now if you go to the select map in the top right.
Well, I can see this. Can I grow a little replica map on a rock in Druidcraft or in
Sure.
Druidic?
Do a little translation.
I'm not too deceptive.
Have little stalks, little broccolis.
I'm not. It's more so the absence of saying. So I'm trying to blend in. Oh, never mind. Fuck you. I know what
can't
I'm
tell.
doing.
You looked at Blind Beak and they're just quiet, so you can't tell. They didn't raise their hand, so they might know. They must know. But so do you all want the like really simple one, or the sailors need to know knowledge, extra amount of knowledge? One.
Oh, hand it over.
Blind Beak and I could use the extra knowledge. No.
Extra knowledge is always good.
All right, we'll give you the brass tacks of it. So, it has been measured that the lost curse... Okay, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. The Lost Curse is something that prevents us from going too far down too quickly, or from things simply falling and then reaching all the way down to the core world. So, the Lost Curse is basically the sea of clouds, or at least it will look like it, that reaches up to things that are falling and absorbs them. We have no idea where they go, and they nearly always disappear forever. Some objects fall through, but other than that, people, never. People, if you fall in the wake winds, you're gone.
Oh my.
There are very little to no cases of people actually surviving that. So, needless to say, a good wake ship is quite important when sailing these winds. So, the Lost Sea, here's where it gets technical. It requires, the farther you go down, the more it comes up to meet you. So, as we go down, we can only reach certain of these plates. We can't fly all the way down to the weird, mysterious realm of mycelium. We only can usually go to one at a time, one plate downwards of this scale on the top. So, for example, from Haven, we'll only be able to reach Brockmire, or if we were really going crazy, we could go to maybe Corel, but that's getting a bit crazy with it. And just so you know, these blue lines are where the wake winds are coming from. These empty spaces are where there's no wake winds, the dead seas. They can be traveled by airships, silly airships, but not wake ships. Wake ships require the winds of the wake sea, thus them being wake ships. Unfortunately, there's not really a combining of airships and wake ships. I've heard rumors of one, but I've never seen it, and it sounded like a crazy contraption, so I wouldn't trust anything like that. But, and also airships are really expensive, and wake ships are, they're pretty cheap, comparatively. I would know.
How cheap?
Well, a good airship might run you like around, like, I'm gonna say like a 50,000 to 100,000. Probably more around 100,000. 50,000's if you're like, I don't know, you like are the person making it and you're just getting all the materials. While a wake ship could usually be around like 10,000 gold pieces to 50,000 gold pieces, maybe upwards of that as well. I got mine from Mier, so they have a bit different pricing than other places, so you'll have to see there. But either way, airships are expensive, and usually airships kind of don't help with the wake winds, so anyhow, so we have to travel somewhere along here, but we can't go too far down. So our planned route is to go to Brockmire, sail around on the Brockmire Sea, and then go over to Laverne. And then, personally, I want to go to Fiel. Me and my crew are going to the Fane region. But you can all branch off wherever you want. There's a good way to go down from Laverne to the Altervan. I hear they have some sort of escorts, bat escorts, nightlings. Might do well there. But either way, if you're going even deeper down, you'll have to catch another wake ship over to Drachen, which I would not advise. Drachen, I've only heard bad things about. Or Corel, which is, is weird. It's weird there. Any questions?
A lot of things further down get weird.
Yeah, it does. Altervan already, he's got crazy stuff. Most of the people around there actually hang upside down, if you can believe that. There's like a top side, and then there's a bottom side. It's crazy.
It's like Australia.
What the fuck is that? I'm pressing the button.
What is this Australia?
That sounds like a horrible place to be. The name
Don't press
makes
the
me
button,
shiver.
please.
But so yeah, any further questions? I'm about to go even nittier and grittier if you allow me.
You said we're going back to Milltown, correct?
Yeah, because right now we're on this side of Haven. We're on the Nailfall side. So we got to sail all the way around the Haven Sea to get to the side that Milltown was on, where that port was, and then we have to sail out from there.
Does anyone think we could maybe find a working ship over there? Not that we'd want to take it, but...
You could certainly try.
Oh, last time I checked, there was one.
Might be a possible thing, but it might be hard to fix. Wake ships are, well, they can be kind of complicated. But I mean, I'm getting the pay at least for taking you over there, so.
Well, depending on what it was, there was a manual for building, but I would assume repairs as well.
You got a manual?
What? Yeah.
Ooh, where'd you get that from? Like I said, those Alessian types are real stingy. Even the ones that went to Mier are, they won't let you near their blueprints.
It was a strange coincidence. I'm gonna reach out and grab the one for the what was it called, fall cage?
Yeah.
I have it written down somewhere, but yeah, I'll pull out one and show it to them.
Her eyes go wide, and she's like, "Ooh, that's a nice one right there. I would do a lot of things for something like that, but I'm gonna be honest. The main reason why I'm really okay with you bringing all these people and getting that pay is because I spent way too much getting this ship recently. So,
from Brockmire, you can get to Corel, correct?
yeah, it's just one more down. I'll let you guys in on a little secret as well. I have what's called a static vent. You see that big engine on the back? That makes it so that you get a few extra days without the lost sea coming up to get you. So potentially, if we were feeling extra risky, we could go down too. But it would be very risky, and if we ran into anything or delayed even a little bit, we would have to, well, deal with the lost sea, and I would rather not disappear and have whatever fate worse than death happens when that happens.
I'd rather be safe, and that seems like an extra safe precaution, just in case.
So, yes.
Well,
any other questions about the map, maybe specifically a route or anything such as that? There's Bethamore over yonder that is also a viable port. They have some weird traditions, though. We'd have to prepare if we're going over there. But I with an extra bit of cash, if this Monty guy's paying, then I would be willing to take an extra stop over at the capital of thieves.
I'll look to everybody else.
Where were the... So, which plate?
Bethamore. It's a spooky
And why would we want
place.
to go
Is
to
that where the demon told us to go? No, that was Draken.
Drachen.
Yeah.
Why would we want to go to Bethamore?
I don't know. People
That
seem
would be
weirdly
cool.
enamored with that place. They're always like, I want to go to Bethamore. But all you ever, because it's a stingy place, but you can do a lot of gambling and you can do a lot of crimes without getting noticed. The whole thing is it's like an entire plate where you're supposed to remain anonymous. You wear a veil. I actually haven't been there myself, but it's curious, isn't it? Bit scary.
I'm gonna be interested in it.
I see no point.
And it's the opposite way from where you're going, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You're right. It is the opposite direction. Sorry, I was wondering if you were asking some of your crew. No, yeah, no. I want to go to Fiel, but like I said, I'm kind of hard on cash, and any extra stops you all want to make, I mean, assuming you guys don't fix up a boat or something, and leave me off to do my own thing, find another gig. But yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to get money out here whilst also doing my own interests. So.
Would you be interested in teaching us how to sail these things?
Ooh, yeah, I mean, I could use extra hands. Olive, down in the dock, well, she's a little old. She helps certainly, but she's you know, I could use a few extra, maybe nimbler hands than Olive. So that would be that I would definitely teach you all, teach whomever would like to. It's quite complicated, especially when you start marking where to go. There's like a whole thing about the measurements of the Lost Sea and how it works.
I do need to learn.
Yeah, well, we'll have plenty of time to go over charting and how to navigate the wake winds and all that good stuff. In our 3-day journey to the other side. But other than that, it'll probably only be about a 2-day journey down to the port that's supposed to be in Brockmire. Again, we don't know really what the state of that is either, because as I'm sure you all know, that weird army's coming through, or at least that's what the professor told me. So who knows what we'll find there. But we can just hope it's safe.
Oh.
Any additional questions? Good.
I'm here.
Oh no! Oh
got a
no!
question.
You. Oh, I did not wait too long. Sorry, I'm a bit impatient sometimes. Yes?
Oh, I said none here.
Oh, never mind. I think we all get it.
All right. Okay. Well, now that we all are able to, you know, all kind of understand the general path and everything, do you all want to meet me in Milltown, go walk, or are you guys all gonna take my boat?
I'd rather sail.
Oh,
I'm
I'd
fine
rather
with
sail
sailing
than
as well.
learn.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, then find yourselves at home. Olive's probably taking another nap in the first static chamber under the bridge.
What I
So
was
You
about
said
to
not
play.
to go in there.
That's what I was about to play, Jimmy.
Beat you to it.
So don't be don't be too loud. I mean, Olive probably needs to wake up anyhow because we're getting ready to sail. But she's so old. I really don't want to try to disturb her too much. Either
What is
way,
she?
find yourself at home. Oh, just another person I could find to sail with me.
What's her race?
Oh, huh. Interesting question. Another Eric Roca.
Oh, thanks.
Here, you know what? I'll just wake her up for you. You know what? They're probably already woken up by the time it's already goes under the deck.
Be quiet so we don't wake her up. Goes to wake her up.
Yeah, just you gather that Reina is
Changes
a
their
bit
mind.
what?
Indecisive question.
Yeah,
mark?
indecisive, impulsive. Along those lines.
Miles.
Either way, Reina goes in, knocks on it, says, "Olive, you awake? We have friends." Hold on. Hold on. Where's my... Opening the door. You see this figure. Hold on. Boop. Hold on. Are you guys on the... Let me return
We're on
you
the
guys to
map. Not the map.
I'm staring at this old bird.
Old bird, green.
Old bird. Oh.
I just
She's
like
so
to use them all.
precious.
She looks like an
Aw,
apple.
yeah.
She looked like she could make some good stew.
Hello.
Do you think she bakes cookies?
She's like an
Hi.
owl.
She smells like old person, but like good old person.
It's like how your grandma smells.
Reina will help her out on the deck. Olive kind of waves at all of you. Says, "Hello. How is everyone on this day?"
Great.
That's good. You all look like such wonderful people. Look at all of you. Oh. Kind of like approaches you, Treus.
I wave.
Hello.
Pinches you on
Hi.
your ink.
Looks over to Hundofir. Oh, a good strong man. That will be good for the ship. Something I think we've been wanting for quite some time. The professor isn't too muscular himself. Professor Von Shaw kind of raises an eyebrow.
Yeah, my whole life has been sailing, so I hope I can be of some use.
Oh, that's great. You'll do 4 times the job as me. Literally just goes and takes a turn looking at everybody. Like, oh, you're a fuzzy one.
This is true. Thank you very much.
Then
You're
looks
a feathery one yourself.
yes, I suppose I am. And then this little guy. Hello. Aw, cute. All right. Well, I'm gonna go back now. Bye-bye. Goes back into her little room. Marina just kind of is like, yeah, that's the crew.
Why is that your crewmate? Not in a mean way. I'm not. I mean, I'm. You know.
Do you have a problem with her?
No,
She
no,
seems like
no.
she's
Yeah, do you
spending
got
her
a
time
problem?
resting.
No, I simply, she even commented that Hundolfir can do 4 times the work. I am just asking.
Yeah,
He's
you
quite
can-
large.
I think Trace
He's quite strong.
asks a valid question.
Trace is like anxiously poking their hands.
No,
You
it's
think-
it's
Trace is just so concerned for this old grandma.
Yeah, I think she should be resting, not on a ship, maybe.
You think it's easy to find big chaps like that dragon or that lion over there? No, it is not easy. Anyway, she helps out enough. I'm pretty proficient on my own, and Professor Von Schwa has been actually good help. So, either way, we've been okay. Not been too bad.
Well, let's hope that she can make a good stew, as somebody else suggested. Who was that again?
Yeah, she brings around a lot of cold letter cakes. She'll definitely give you
perfect.
one if you ask. They're actually really good, even though they're a bit, like I said, they're a bit cold. I'm used to warm letter cake, but you know, that's how it is.
Understandable.
Either way, so we got a few things to figure out. First and foremost, are we putting this horse in here? And if so, are we just gonna put the horse, you know, in the room with Olive? Also, where's
I
that
don't wanna bother
wyvern
Olive.
going?
Wow.
Well, the wyvern can fly.
Me and the wyvern can sleep on the deck.
Okay.
If that's where room is.
Yeah. I mean, wherever we can find space, really.
I can sleep wherever. I've slept on ships all my life, so it's no
Ah.
issue for me, really.
Good, because it is a bit cramped down in the hull where all the cots are, but
Do we
Of
have
course,
like a
the
crow's
inside-
nest?
Nope. No crow's nest.
Damn it! I wish I would have slept in the crow's nest. That would be cool.
Hex sails, kind of the weight and balance and how the
Seems
sails
a
are
bit
constructed are
Whack.
very, very particular. So, unfortunately not.
Hey, Roy, if we get a boat, we could put a crow's nest in it.
We could put a crow's nest on there. Then I could sleep in it.
Then I could sleep in it. You could sleep over in the static vent static vent like area on the deck if you want. That's kind of I got a big old canopy over it, so it's pretty nice. Just don't fiddle with anything. You could break it, and that would be bad. This thing influences the lost curse. You don't want to fiddle with it any more than this machine already does.
I'd
I
rather not
request
do that.
indeed. I request a nice, pleasant bed for myself, if nobody else is jumping at the opportunity.
Pleasant bed? Were you
do
expecting
you
a
not-
pleasant bed?
I was
Have you ever been on a
hoping
ship
for
before?
one.
There's not a pleasant bed anywhere on here. Even I sleep on a cot.
Dear God.
Hey, listen, the cots, pretty nice. They came with the ship.
It was all right on the other ship, I suppose.
I mean, I got a rug I placed in front of the static vent, like, on the deck. You can sleep on that. It's not, no,
Oh.
a cot's way more comfortable than that. That would be, that. I
Yeah,
actually,
I
that'd be
shall be
atrocious.
fine with the. I shall be fine with the cod. Thank you very much.
Very well. All right. Well, if anybody would like to help, let's get this started. Grabs apple.
Whoa, I'll help.
All right.
Can I tie Dante? Well, does it look like Dante would stay there?
Dante can't even stay right there. Dante has to like move off to the side over here probably. Dante's a big bird on a kind of small ship.
But we love Dante. We wouldn't do this without him.
I'll feed him 2 rations to keep him happy and dealing with our shit.
We don't want him to chomp Olive.
Yeah, we're keeping him well fed today.
All right. So, whoever would like to help with setting up the ship, please make a survival check.
Survival check. Boom. 15. Not too
What's
bad.
with the 2s?
They just took away the zeros from
You're
your
so sad.
20s.
It's
Yeah, too.
Wait, do we all need to make a survival check?
no, only if you're
Oh,
helping.
fuck.
You can like
Trace
just-
will not be helping. Trace
Wow.
knows this is out of their skill range.
Regardless, can I be learning this knowledge, or is that like
Wait,
as well?
wait, is sailing survival?
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
I
then,
fell off the deck. I got a natural one.
You got
I-
you
I-
have vehicles?
Yeah, you could have advantage. What Quinn, what other skill would you say it might be?
I mean, I guess I didn't really think about it that much, so survival makes the most sense.
Yeah. Well, you could
Uh,
have advantage since you are a sailor, as well if Feyre.
yeah,
Listen,
I was about to say.
Wow.
Advantage.
I think it could be
How
some
am
form of
I gonna get
athletics.
the bell? Gosh dang. Okay, Feyre.
Everybody
roll
helps
wrong
out a
with
little
all
bit
those.
except for Sinbad. Sinbad tries to help, but then accidentally breaks a part of the boat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Sim-
very
It's
sorry.
okay, Sinbad. We'll take care of it. You just sit back.
Can I help with anything? Anything at all? Oh, I guess I'll just sit here.
What's that?
Whoa, Captain Reyna,
Yeah,
where do you keep your gunpowder?
it's in a crate. Right there beneath the map, and then also there's a barrel of it over in the room that Olive sleeping in.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, there's mostly just the little baggies in that crate. Enough for, a few shots. This is a ship. Although it's supposed to be a hex sail, goes fast, has a lot of different things that make it a little bit slower. Most of which being the static vent, but also these sick guns.
Sick.
Alright, well, thank you all for helping set up. You guys did pretty well. Except for somebody.
I'm sorry, okay?
It's alright if I'm teaching you all. I'm sure you'll learn in time. Either way, let's get going. And so you guys all start sailing off on the WS Foundling. Sailing around the... Oh wait, did you guys ever... Are you guys gonna take Susie? Because Shelby was given away. You guys
Susie
definitely...
fit?
I don't think Susie fits. I don't want to inconvenience poor Olive.
See, the Susie we're showing here.
I think we might have to leave
What
Susie.
about like right
Yeah.
here?
That requires going down a ladder.
But yeah, it's a ladder.
Yeah.
I think we
I
might have
think
to
the
leave.
horse is
I
coming
think you
with.
should
I think it's like a
send-
cow. It's kind of like a cow. If you put it up, it's like you physically down. Oh,
What is she saying?
Yeah, you cut out like
Crazy.
7 times during that.
Yeah.
cows
Mhm.
can't go upstairs because they get stuck and they can't come down.
Really?
Yeah, so you kind of have to kill them if they go upstairs.
Well.
Oh my God.
That's not usually how it works, but yes.
Sorry guys, my cow walked up some stairs, gotta kill it.
Where did I put my gun?
Eesh.
Where's my cow killing stick?
A cow stick.
They got the
It's the most
fucking
humane.
the like hammer thingies that just go.
Yeah. Like
Kind
you
of fucked up
dramatic
topic.
Anyway,
So,
let's say
are you
goodbye.
guys
I worked
bringing
on a farm
Susie?
long enough, and then yeah.
Goodbye, Susie. It was nice knowing you.
Okay, you
Good
guys
loving
aren't
you,
bringing Susie. So
Susie.
what are you guys doing with Susie?
Or I guess. Oh, who's the guy? The weird little bat guy. I guess we'll leave Susie.
Marciago?
Marciago.
Or can we?
I
are
want
we
to give
selling her-
Susie a big ol' kiss.
Whoa, that's pretty gay.
You leave a big splotch of
What?
ink where you kiss the side of Susie's face. Susie
There's ink
brays affectionately and
Is it
nuzzles
trace a little
into you.
acidic?
Yeah, well,
Yes,
the way
but
we rule
why?
it is that it depends on
exposure.
what Atreus like wants. Like Atreus can push the most acidic parts to do like weird damage and stuff with the little guys. But other than it actually being consumed, it's not that bad. It just splotches on things. It's not like if you touch Atreus, your hand starts like burning off.
This is full of a bunch of biological buffer systems.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not so biological, but yeah.
Maybe magical, actually.
A lot of magical buffer systems, definitely.
Yeah. Balances their pH levels.
So yeah, I guess you'll take Susie over to Marciago, and Marciago will be like, "Yo, what's going on? Hey, you're bringing back Susie? Okay. Do you want money for that? Are you selling back, or should I just watch Susie for now?" I'll tell you what. I'll give you guys 5 gold pieces for being able to use Susie on some little things. But then other than that, I'll keep Susie around. I won't sell Susie again. I'll keep Susie around for you guys. Or for just working for me.
We appreciate that. If we ever come back, we'll say hi to Susie.
Yeah, sounds good. Alright, sick. Thank you all very much. It was very nice seeing you guys again.
Is my horse saddle for Dante? Isn't that like super?
Is it what?
It wasn't super efficient, was it? The horse saddle because it was small or something.
Wasn't it also like really beat up?
Yeah, I thought it was a really beat up one.
I thought you were. My understanding was you were basically riding him bareback.
Well, you definitely figured something out.
Yeah,
it's probably
found the
not the
saddle.
best though, from what I remember. Yeah, it's something, but it's not great.
I was. Does he have like a big old saddle, like for big horses or something like that?
What? You guys are replacing my horses with the big old like dragon? That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm just joking. I'd choose a dragon too. Ha ha ha.
Maybe you could tame one too, Marciago.
No, I'm not
Please
doing
don't.
that. I'm not doing that. Horses are
You-
nice and tame. Nice and tame. All right. Well, yeah, I could probably give you something. If you, how about we say an even, 10 gold pieces
Sounds
for a big old saddle that's kind of modular for that sort of thing. You guys will probably, have to tweak it a little bit on the road. But it should be able to mainly fit. It's got a bunch of extra clasps and stuff. I keep it around in case anybody brings around a drake, so that I can put a saddle on a drake.
Do drakes come here often?
No, never. They don't. But I just keep it around just in case. You never know.
This doesn't seem like a very good investment.
That's what they all say until you see a drake, and somebody's like, "How do I saddle this thing?" And I'm like, "Let me tell you, I got the thing just for you." Hey, it came in handy right now, didn't it? I think it was a good investment. That's gonna get me
You know,
10 gold pieces.
I can't argue with that. Do you have? So what I'm looking for is like clasps. If I ride Dante, I won't like fall off. So I could like. Is that what you're talking about?
I got maybe a thing for that. I got a little it's like a brace that you kind of tie around it's basically like a belt, but it has a little loop that goes on the back of the saddle. I would usually highly not recommend it, because usually when that happens on a horse, the horse just keeps dragging you and you like die. But I understand that this is a flying creature and it might be useful for making sure that you don't fall to your perilous death. So I am willing to also give you this extra belt for the slim price of 5 gold pieces.
Whoa.
That would be 15 in total.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Good doing business with you. I like this guy. Don't worry, I'll keep Susie all nice for you guys. But I'm not gonna lie, getting Susie away from that big bird thing is the big dragon. That's probably safest for Susie, I'm thinking. No offense against your big dragon, but it's just a bit scary.
He is a little scary.
Yeah. He's got like scars all over his body. It's crazy. Battle dragon.
Gold pieces and let this guy keep rambling until I could leave.
Yeah. He's the Nightling guy that rambles. That's his whole deal. All right, you come back. You have not exactly sold Susie, but Susie is being cared.
We didn't have to pay him.
Yeah, somebody paid us to watch Susie. For us.
Big money moves.
He's working. He's gonna work Susie. It's not totally free. Anyhow, so you guys come back on the boat. It's all ready. Now you guys got rid of Susie. You guys got extra space. You guys can figure out whichever space you guys want to go in. And yeah. So you guys finally you actually do sail off. Is there any extra things that I'm forgetting to manage before? Because I think the horses were the main thing.
Sav, you have the schematics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we both read that, like the repairs? Because I'm really good at survival.
Well, here's the thing. I don't have all of them. I only got some of them. There was still a lot more volumes back in the place in
Milltown.
Which
Lost
ones
and
do
Found.
you have? One or two, or like how many do you have?
Let me pull up what I've got. I can't paste that, but I know it's in there. Give me uno momento.
What would everybody do during these 3 days?
Is that how long
Eating?
it takes to get to Milltown?
Yeah, you're sailing like around a big.
I
old
guess, yeah,
continent.
Circumambulating.
Just be helping to sail.
I'm chronicling. I'm
for
writing our
fun,
journey down.
At least once, Farah's gonna stick her spear in the deck of the ship and jump off the edge and fall for a little
That's
bit.
so
teleport
fucking
back to it.
cool. Jesus Christ.
Well,
Just
okay,
like
okay.
this.
Hold on. I know the map is deceiving. You guys are not yet in the
We're
air.
on the water, right?
You guys are on the water.
Oh, never mind.
That is already.
Eventually you'll do
Okay, I'm going to then. I'm gonna try
You
to.
can
I'm gonna try to do a little light spear fishing.
Ooh, I like that.
Hmm.
Make a survival check.
Can I get advantage because I'm from the ocean?
Yeah, your whole peoples was like about spear fishing.
Ah, never mind. 13.
That seems not bad.
You get. Hold on. Fuck.
Are you pulling up your fishing table? Is that the
No,
same thing?
You
as-
get one fish. It's a really good one
Yeah.
fish, though.
Good fish. It's a big fish.
Pretty cool.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, bro,
Fish.
if you keep catching some of those, I could cook them up. I know a little bit or two about cooking.
Toss the fish to Blind Beak. Hey, go
No,
back.
you
To...
could. I have stuff to do. Give it to me later.
Fine.
Not now.
So yeah, for
Yeah.
most of the trip, Farah is just hurling her spear into the water and then summoning it back to her.
That sounds like
Was
you're
it
like
summoning it back with the fish?
practicing precision.
no,
and shit
no, no, it does not.
Why not? It's little.
Well, no. Then I could. Then we could rule that you could stab somebody and then bamf it back to your hand.
Well, okay, but like, what if they're just little fish?
Yeah, what if it's like a
Little sardines.
What
Yeah.
if it's a small creature or smaller than that? I guess. Then he can bamf it's his hand. Their hand. It's her hand.
Killing it.
I hate
All of
myself.
them.
It's okay. Yeah. What's the ruling, DM?
He's thinking.
He's deep in thought.
That's what I was gonna fucking say.
He's deep
Sorry,
in thought.
Theo, I'm stealing everything from you today.
Thank you, Bella.
My bad.
That's what I'm here
My
for.
bad. I'm back.
Was
What's
Flint
the
talking?
ruling?
Was it Sheila?
It was my mom.
Hi,
Oh,
Sheila.
Yeah. Hi.
disappearance.
Why is she not watching our stream?
Yeah.
Good question.
I don't
She
see
is- she
Shiva
just had a
on my
question about it.
Twitch.
Damn.
You're gonna
So,
make me cry.
You're fishing. What else are people doing? What else
Well,
are
there was a
people up to?
question. I don't even remember what the question was. I have to be
The
honest.
question was about the
Drop
spear.
cage and then the
Oh yeah, you were
The
trying
medium
to
weight
argue
ship.
for the fact that the tiny fish would be able to come along with your spear.
It's just a little minnow.
I feel like a minnow would just be kind of obliterated.
Yeah, it's like a
Okay,
sardine.
you
like
know
it's
what?
just a
It's so true.
sardine on the end of it.
Did Feyre practice to try and bring it back at least?
Well, I don't want to just be like murdering dozens of fish trying to
Well,
bring
we're
them back.
gonna cook them up.
Well, not if I can't bring them back.
you,
Then
you
they're just gonna float away in the
yeah,
water.
you spearfish it, and then you summon it back, but it doesn't come back, and then the fish just floats back onto the top of the water with a massive
How
gash in
about-
it.
We can have Blind Beak follow.
Wait, I have an idea. What if we got Dante? We did like, you know how dogs go hunting for like birds. What if we
grab
have that
the bird.
relationship with Dante? Yeah, Dante grabs the.
It's like a
They
bald
grabs
eagle.
the fish out of the water.
Dante grabbing a trout,
Yeah,
And
something
then
like that.
not eating it?
and
Guys are
also
gonna
just
have
like
to
being
train 'em.
able to
Wait,
carry it at all.
Wait, can Reyna fly?
Yeah, I can. I'm gonna
Can you,
Urakoka.
can you grab my fish?
I mean, Hundlefier could.
5 gold pieces. No,
Never mind.
That's too steep. That's too steep. My bad. I
Wow,
started
what-
off too strong.
How
1
about
gold
this?
piece.
Wait, Sov, can you just like grow? tentacles?
Just does yeah, thorn whip. Just
Yeah,
whoosh,
that's easy
and then
enough.
pull it back.
I mean, it's not hard.
Okay,
Um,
Farrah spearfishes with Sov on her shoulders.
Aw.
Does a little like cast to get the fish.
All right.
Also,
I'll get
my
you.
other question was for the books, for like the draconic book and then the celestial book. How long did it take again to fully learn the language?
Let me check my big notes, my big deep notes.
Really, I've mastered it by now.
I thought it was like
No.
60 hours or something.
Yeah, it's like a long time.
Yeah, but
Really,
You're
I've
learning a
mastered it.
language.
Yeah,
Learning
I've been doing
languages
it
is
every night.
All you have to do is read every word once.
True.
Easy.
Expanded dictionaries. Spends 240 hours over 1 month or less. And they can learn 1 language. Okay, the 1 month or less
240.
is a bit silly, but 240. Because it's a lot. It takes
How
a
many
long time
hours
to learn a
have
language.
we done?
Well, you've done
But
8
you haven't
hours.
been tracking it.
8 hours every time you take a long rest.
He doesn't tell us how long we sleep.
You guys sleep 8 hours. It's a long rest.
Oh. I didn't
Uh,
think I was supposed to be tracking. I thought you were tracking it. I'm sorry.
We've had
No,
at
it's okay.
least 3 long rests since the book, right?
What? It's
24
been.
hours?
It's been.
Definitely, yeah.
it's
It's
been
that-
like a week at least.
Yeah, let's see, because it took you about, you guys got the books and then took 1 long rest in the warehouse, then you took a long rest. Oh no, oh man, it's so hard. Where does the?
Sorry.
I'm trying to remember where else you guys. No, then you took a long rest at the refugee camp, so that's 2, and then you guys took one at Howdy's, that's 3, and then you just took one at Port Amphig, that's 4. So that's 4
32
times
hours.
8, 32 out of 240.
I think Trey's will be doing it during the ride too, though.
That
I
is
was-
true. We should
one
add
point.
like probably 8 hours for each day as well, because so that's 64. Because you were kind of just reading it all the time during the travels, I assumed.
Yeah.
Like when you guys were in the thing. So 64. So you are approximately a fourth of the way there.
I am getting there.
Learning Celestial.
You are so pretty.
We're
This
so,
language
so
is
smart.
so boring.
Celestial's cool. I don't know what you're talking about.
This language is
In the
so
dictionary, the first thing
cool.
you learn to say is like God, rapture, like all the holy words, because it's a holy language.
Well,
learned hello,
Hundlefier, how do you say spinach?
In
Um,
Draconic.
I'll just tell him how, and then I'll be like,
Wow.
That is
How do you
so
say
cool.
bacon strips?
"Are you trying to
Good
write a
one.
recipe?"
Wow. How do you say no? I'm not trying to write a recipe. I just want your help so I can do double time.
Yeah, you can't do double time. I would allow this.
No, I want to just keep asking Hundlefier. How do you say
If
this
Hundlefier also
phrase?
spends their time helping teach you how to do Draconic, then you can the amount of hours you do is doubled.
I mean, can they still do other stuff? Can I just ask them questions while they're working?
Oh, like
Depends on what
possibly-
I
Hundo
was gonna
Fear.
say I'm gonna
Fear's
have
doing.
to start charging you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
What-
I'm basically making myself a member of the crew on this ship.
I mean, yeah.
That's
if I'm
true.
up here, I
It's
just really
if
wanna
you're just
ask-
doing that, if you're just becoming a part of the crew, you can definitely like help Sov out at the same time. You're just like tying rigging, and then like making sure the sails are all good whilst Sov does that. Just how do I
Asking
say
questions.
pumpkin pie in Draconic?
Pumpkin pie.
You are choosing weird words.
Don't
I
worry
think he's
about it.
choosing words that
Shouldn't
need
we
to be learned.
start with like sentence structure?
Wow, boring. I want to know how to say, I threw an egg at your feet.
But that's going to be useless if you don't know how to.
Don't
Say
care,
anything
didn't
else.
ask. Wow,
I just want phrases. I want to say I
Okay,
spit on
that's-
you without actually understanding what the sentence means. That's funny. I like that. I like this. Hundo Fear just getting kind of annoyed whilst the Sov is like, all right, how do you say this weird word? All right.
What books for the things did you have again? You didn't specify.
For Sov for the wake ships.
Yeah.
I know that you took the fall cage and the hex sail, right?
Yep, those were the two.
Yeah. So
What-
those two.
And
Is
then
there-
and then one of them for oh gosh, one of the actually I grabbed all the attachments, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, I
There
grabbed
was-
all the
You
attachments and
actually,
then those
fun
two.
fact, you have the
The outline for the
yeah, the static vent. So
nice. I have accrued a total of 116 hours now after this journey.
buggers.
Pogo,
So,
Pogo.
which would be like most prevalent to like learning how to work a wake ship?
I'm gonna guess the hex sail.
Definitely the hex. The fell cage is basically like a one-use
box.
box that you make sure you don't die when you fall down into the. It's like a it's like a slightly
how
bigger
long
than an
does-
outhouse, and it has like
It-
little sails on the
I
side.
I would assume that it's not that hard to build, right?
A fall cage? No, it's not. It's the easiest.
You think I could like make one of those out of like natural materials, maybe on Corel?
Perhaps it might take you a bit, but perhaps.
Yeah, we have enough time. That'd be worth it. Anyways, that's
Can you
the
create
side
like
thing.
wood or like what's your whole fungus? I guess
I
You
could
can't
grow
create
some
wood.
stuff, but that would take extra long.
Yeah.
I could if I had some draconic spells, maybe it'd go faster. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
All right. Anybody else
So
doing
I-
anything specific during this trek?
So I'd be learning about the ships, and then I'd also be
Yeah. Okay.
Pilot
Let me
them.
tell you guys the mechanic. So, the not static curse. The lost curse is basically an 8-day restraint on travel. So if you guys are sailing in the wake winds for 8 days, then you guys get consumed by the lost curse, which reaches up to meet you. That's why it's called the lost curse, is because people that travel too long in the wake winds get lost. And so within those 8 days, you have to get to another plate. But here's the thing, is that every time you go down a plate, that's 3 extra days off, because it's not actually equilateral, but going down makes the lost sea come closer to your ship. And the
So we
lost
have
sea.
5 days.
So yeah, you guys exactly. So to go to Brockmire, you would only have 5 days. But here's the thing about the static vent, is that this static vent engine, although it's making this hex sail, which would usually go really fast, a bit slower, it adds 2 days to that time limit. So really, it's gonna
This
you
gives
have
you
a
a
whole.
buffer.
You guys do have 7 days, but Reyna will tell you guys that the reason that they got a ship with a static vent is because they're deathly afraid, even as being an Aarakocra, of getting lost, of being consumed by the lost sea. So they have like an extra safe ship that can go to one port to the other decently fast, but also has a few extra days to do it. And so yeah, you just have to plan that out basically. Is like for every plate it's -3 days to the limit. And then, or for every plate length downwards, that is. But then the thing that Reyna will tell you is that you ground yourself by just simply taking a bunch of rests on a plate. It's like the lost curse. Reyna will even do some like, oh, it was made by demons in the celestial war and long forgotten ages. Nobody really knows, but that's the like general agreed upon lore consensus, is that it's some like eldritch curse from wars long past. And basically so yeah, and then so when you wait on a plate for every long rest during a 24-hour period, the amount goes up by 1d4. So for example, if you've spent like 8 days, or no, 8 days is a bad one. If you've spent 5 days out on the Wake Sea, then for every single rest you roll a d4, and then you rest not on the sea, that is on a plate, your limit goes back up. So if you spent 5 days, that means there would be 3 days until the lost sea reaches up to you. But for every long rest, you do a 1d4. So then if you roll a 3, then you have 6 days. Such and so forth. And it is individual, though. The curse isn't like a ship-wide thing. So if somebody has a less, is more lost than others, they can just simply disappear from the boat. To them, it'll seem like the lost sea, this sea of cloud, is reaching up to them until it consumes them. But for everybody else, they'll just look like they disintegrate into cloud.
It's really fucked.
That seems like that actually is. This place is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, what
It
the
is.
fuck?
Oh,
No,
and there's no restriction in going up?
Yeah, no, except for the fact that you still have the limit of 8 days. But there are like a bunch of other things that make it more difficult. Like it takes longer to go upwards, especially depending on how heavy your ship is. And you have to do like little spirals up because of different stuff. But then also there's Reyna will say it doesn't really matter to us, but and then explain that there's things called heaven winds, which if you look on the map are the dark blue things. And the dark blue things are basically, they're like wake winds, but times 100. They're basically winds that are so strong that they create maelstroms that no ship really can pass through. And so it's like it's extra destructive.
So how do you get through them?
For most of them you don't, but for Crux specifically, Crux is so close to the core of the world, the actual core world, that the strat, or at least the way that you get either
to
from
land
Crux
outside of them and then walk there?
Yeah, exactly. You go from usually Drachen or Corel, and they have these massive, they either send you on a fall cage or they have massive elevators or dragons that send you down to the actual core world, the surface, and then you walk through what is usually the heaven winds. But Reyna will tell you that Reyna's never been there, but says that of the wake winds and the heaven winds, they all don't affect you when you're on the surface. Like, it's windy, surely, but it's not like crazy like it is for the wake sea.
Like lifting you up in the air.
Yeah, exactly. But that gets to the point where you're at the core world where physics and everything is like super weird. And yeah, with that explanation of you all, of how it actually works, we have reached the end of our session.
Can I ask more questions about this off stream? I guess.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, today was a pretty slow session, just getting you guys started on the way. But there are things. You guys will no longer be on nice little haven spot. You guys will be traveling and going towards different areas. So next session, we'll probably start off with shenanigans in Milltown. If you guys want to do anything, look at that wake ship that you saw that was wrecked but still there. And then, yeah, anything else you would all want to do. And then you guys will head off towards Brockmire, assumingly, unless you guys want to convince Reyna to go somewhere else. But now you guys do have the map. Feel free to copy it and all that so that you guys can kind of think about your travels. But that is all. So, although a slow start, we are starting to open up this world to the final grand scale in which you will travel the many plates of Terofane. All right, and with that,
Yeah.
we will say goodbye, stream.
Bye,
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thanks
stream.
for watching. See you
Bye,
guys
Jordan,
later.
if you're still watching.
Yeah, bye,
Bye,
Jordan.
Ben, if you're still watching.
Bye. Wait, who?
My friend from work, Ben, he sent me a Snapchat. He said he was
Let's go.
watching.
Yeah, Ben. If
Yo,
Ben's
nice.
here, thank you as well. All right. Bye, everybody.